Hey y'all, how's it going?
It's been
It
a long
is
time. How
like
have you
like
been?
like that cutscene just said. This pre-roll cutscene just said. It has been a long time since the last time I played Portal 2. It's been since I think before I became a streamer, which was as last week's streamiversary would attest was 4 years ago. It's probably been like 5, 6 years since the last time I played Portal 2. Wonderful, wonderful
I think we can
game.
put our differences
And
behind
as such,
us.
I'm gonna
Silence.
replay it, starting tonight. I'm not sure how long Portal 2 is. What is it, like 8, 10 hours? I'm not sure if this is like a 2 stream situation or a 3, but we'll find out over the next couple weeks because I'll be doing it on Mondays going forward. You know, the next 2 weeks or the next 3 weeks, we'll see. But yeah, that's what's going on as far as like what this stream is, etc. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. Two things I want to touch on before we begin, um, real fast. Like, first off, both things having to do with the YouTube side of things. So Twitch people, don't feel too put out. Y'all are actually bigger than the YouTube as far as subscribers, as far as followers go. But YouTube is hitting a milestone. That's right, a YouTube milestone is upon us. 500 subs is near. We are at 499 as of earlier, like last weekend. Basically, we hit that near milestone. And looking at my stream schedule and options available to me, I realized this week is actually a pretty good week to get in a bunch of streams because tomorrow is Veterans Day. I have the day off, and today I took a sick day because there was some stuff with my eye going on. I saw like some veininess in there, like it was all red and crap, and I got LASIK like 6 months ago, so I had to go to I went to the LASIK doctor earlier today just to check, like, hey, what's up? Is this a problem? And he gave me some eye drops for that, so that was a nice way to spontaneously and unexpectedly get a 4-day weekend. I did not, I wasn't prepared with an excuse or nothing. I just was looking at my eye this morning and went like, oh fuck, I guess I should take a sick day and shit. Okay, let's do that. Perfect. Worked out wonderfully. But basically, what I'm driving at here is that this week's pretty good to do a bunch of streams, so let's do a bunch of fucking streams. Look at this calendar situation that I've made outlining this month. I have moved the Windswept stream from tomorrow to Wednesday. I have put in a Metroid Prime randomizer stream tomorrow when I have the whole day. I have the day off, Veterans Day and all. Metroid Prime 2 might go long, starting at 2 p.m. Windswept, indie DKC-like game. Gonna check that out on Wednesday. I'm really excited for that. I'm thinking it might be as good as Kaze and the Wild Mask. I'm hoping it is. And then Thursday, I don't know. We'll do something. I have some ideas, like Open RCT2. I could show off. I could do a Thor stream, maybe. Would y'all be down to just, like, watch me play games off my Thor? I don't know that my like desk cam is good enough to really capture the Thor properly in all its glory and prettiness and stuff. But you could watch me play some Link to the Past on this thing with a guide. I guess that's one option. Open RCT2. Maybe I'll think of something good by Thursday, in which case we'll do that. TBD, and then Friday will be the usual Mario Maker viewer level situation. That's 5 days of streaming. I don't think I've done 5 days of streaming since in a row since like the first year of streaming, where I tried that one week where I had the week off and realized that I really do like a break day in at least like, one between streams on average. I actually don't like just going day after day after day after day, but I think to celebrate the YouTube milestone, which I'm sure we'll hit by the end of the week, it'll be fine. Subscribe now if you want to just, like, make that a lot less, a lot less rinky-dink, you know? We'll have it by the end of the week, and that'll be fun. This will be the most streams in a row since 2023? 2022? I forget. I think that was 2022 where I did like 6 in a row, 7 in a row, a whole week in a row. That was ridiculous. This will go to Friday. Well, don't think about if we could do something on Saturday, I guess. It would probably be a very quick Saturday stream though, like an hour or two tops, you know. I have on occasion done like a Saturday morning stream once or twice. That wasn't bad. I just don't like getting up in the morning on a weekend, you know? Anyway, that's all to come. That's a bunch of stuff that's gonna happen this week. I'm excited for all that. Definitely worth a try. You like DS games and would love to see them play. Yeah, it'd be cool. I don't know what specifically games I would show off that you know haven't been shown off in a million other streams. Like, oh, performance. Check out the performance of the thing. You know, like anyone can do that, but I do really like my Thor and would really like to show it off maybe in a more direct capacity. We'll see. I'll think about it. One other thing, sort of a programming note, has to do with the VODs. Basically, I have gone and removed all the starting soon screens from all the VODs I have ever done. That is to say, like 500 of them, which was kind of a whole fucking process. I'm not sure if... I did it yesterday, last night, and the day before. It took hours and hours and hours to go through 500 VODs and cut out, like, for the more recent VODs, the first 10 seconds of each VOD, which had the starting soon screen with the text and the stream description and all that. And just start it right where, you know, I start off by saying hello there. And that's all gone now. It provided finished processing. I found a utility online that helped with the timestamps to calculate the new timestamps for every VOD. Couldn't have done that without the utility because, holy shit, if I had to, like, manually by hand recalculate, you know, thousands of timestamps, that would be impossible to do fast, but managed to get into a rhythm, managed to get it done. This includes the older ones, which didn't actually start 10 seconds before the stream started, but actually just had, like, up to, like, 10 minutes of starting soon, because I just literally exported them from Twitch, and that was all the editing work I did, back then, which was a lot of work, and all those VODs, I think, are immeasurably improved, especially the older ones that started with, like, 10 minutes of break time. And the newer ones, too, you know, definitely will be, hopefully, better for retention. That is my hope. I feel like if people click on a video and they get, like, a starting soon screen, they're very likely to click off, even if there's a timer that indicates that they only have to wait 10 seconds. Maybe they don't notice that. Maybe they don't realize. And I think, like, the analytics would definitely support that reading of the reality. So, it was a good thing to edit out. It was a good thing to do. It's only been made possible recently because, like, up until, like, a year or so ago, you couldn't actually edit a video that was more than 6 hours long on YouTube. Now you can. So, like, all those 12 hours, 8-hour VODs are, like, doable. And they're all consistent. They're all done, provided the processing has finished. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of my weekend. So, you know, I hope that the stats going forward are better for that. You know, it is arguable that the VODs are losing something by losing their starting screen description, which I do think sometimes would be charming and clever and like have a joke or two in them, but if you need that, just, like, scroll down and read the description. There's lots of... those videos already have descriptions that are really well written and elaborate and detailed, so you really don't need the before stream description, do you? Anyway, that's all I had to say. It was a lot of work. Geez, my weekend was a mess of that and, you know, watching some stuff. I watched a bunch of House as I was working on this. House MD. Well, we could talk about that as we play the game. Okay, that's the preamble. That's the upfront stuff. That's where I'm at. That's where the stream is at. That's where how it is. I am playing Portal 2 off my Xbox. I have my original Xbox 360 copy of it here. It's a little bit chroma keyed off. Chroma keyed out, don't worry about that. There we go, if I make it low enough. There we go, I'll hold it like this. Oh no, hold it like this so it doesn't get chroma keyed out. Got my copy of Portal 2. That's in my Xbox. Let's, go ahead and start her up. This is, yeah. And we're just gonna play it normal style. No commentary, no nothing. No, of course it is very fun, you know, after you've finished the game once. If you never played Portal 2, play Portal 2, first off.
Good morning.
Here we go, Portal 2.
For 50 days. In compliance with state
If you never played Portal 2,
all testing candidates
play Portal
to the
2,
Amateur
1.
Science Extended
And then
Relaxation
2,
Center
play it
must
with the
be
commentary.
for a
2.
mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear
Full
a
of
buzzer. When you hear the
interesting
buzzer,
stuff.
Look up at the ceiling. Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer,
I
look
will
down at
say,
the floor.
by the way, we're gonna follow the prompts here.
This completes the gymnastics
I will
portion of the
say,
mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise.
I do have cards prepared, but maybe save those for Friday. I might save those for Friday for the most part and just go like more freewheeling tonight, just sort of off the cuff, just sort of saying things as they come into my mind, etc. Let's appreciate this art.
You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art.
Yeah, it's nice. That's some nice art.
You should now feel mentally reinvigorated.
I
If
do.
Staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance. Reflect briefly on this classical music. Good. Now please return to your bed.
You haven't played the Portal series since they brought them to Switch, bought the bundle because Portal 1 wasn't on 360 to your knowledge? Ah, well, the Portal 1 was part of the orange box on the Xbox 360, so you can only get it as part of a bundle with Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2,
You have been in
and
suspension
TF2.
for
Really good package, I'll say. Like, I for one, love the orange box. One of my favorites. I think it's definitely a quintessential 360 game, and like, you know, if I could get the orange box working on this thing reliably and all its games, minus TF2, I would love that.
Why not open the door?
You bought discs so you never knew about it? The orange box was on a disc. I do have a disc of orange box back there, but like, maybe you wouldn't know from the cover.
Fine. No.
It, you know, it was an orange box. I don't know if it mentioned Portal specifically.
Other test subjects begging me to help them escape. You know, it's not like this place is about to explode.
Wheatley out there.
All right, look.
He's
okay,
gonna
okay.
say some funny
There's the last
stuff.
Test subject left.
Hello.
God, you look.
Meet Wheatley. Wheatley's great.
Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you?
We are okay.
So that, I'm absolutely sure you're fine. There's plenty.
Look
of
at me,
time
I'm
to
jumping.
recover. Just take it.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. It's all fine. All right. Don't move.
How's the audio, by the way?
Oh, you might.
Audio
fly
good?
or something. Word of advice. Up to you.
I'll say, you know, doing all that, like, VOD editing work,
Can you hear me?
I did have to look at every individual VOD for the last 4 years. We
Most
can't
test
we can't
subjects do
talk. We
experience
don't
some,
talk.
Cognitive deterioration after a few months in suspension. Now you've been
That
under
sounds
for
bad.
quite a lot longer, and it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right? Although
Good,
if you
yeah.
do feel alarmed, try to hold on to that feeling, because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does any of this make any sense? Just tell me, just say yes.
I'm gonna nod. Speak. Press A. You press A.
Okay,
You
what
jump.
you're doing there is jumping. You just jumped. But never mind. Say apple. Apple. Okay, you know what? That's close enough. Just hold tight.
Apple.
All reactor core safeguards are now non-functional.
I'll say,
Please prepare for
I did
reactor
play
core
through Portal on stream like 3 years ago.
Okay, look.
The weird thing is, like,
but I'm in pretty hot
I
water
looked
here.
at that VOD as I was
What are you
doing the
there?
editing work,
Still holding on?
and the thing that kind of
The
perplexed
reserve
me is,
power
like, back
ran out.
then,
So, of course, the whole
streams were pretty
relaxation
different
center
as far as,
starts
like,
loading up the bloody test subject.
you know, what was in
Hold
them.
on. This is a bit
And what I
tricky.
forgot about that particular VOD was that it wasn't just Portal, but also it started with me talking about my trip to Fiesta, Texas for like a half hour. Then I did viewer levels for a while, and then it was Portal. Like, Portal was just an hour and a half of a 6-hour stream that was, you know, in large part not Portal. Which is so weird in retrospect. Nowadays, all streams are one thing. Because streams that are like 3 things are very impossible to sum up in a YouTube thumbnail and VOD title.
Okay, listen, we should get our story straight, alright? If anyone asks, and no one's gonna ask, don't worry.
And it's kind of funny
If
looking
anyone
back at
asks,
that and going
tell
like,
them as far as you
wow,
know,
yeah, that was a
last time
different
we checked,
fucking era.
everyone looked
Like,
pretty much alike.
yeah, no, it's just
Alright?
Fiesta
Not
Texas
dead.
tier list.
Okay, almost
Fiesta
there.
Texas tier list,
On the
viewer
other side
levels,
of that
and
wall is one of the
Portal
old
2,
testing
Portal
tracks.
1
There's a
in
piece of equipment
entirety.
in there that we're gonna need to get out
Fucking
of
why
here.
not?
I think this is a docking station. Get ready.
Docking station is 500 feet below, is what it says there.
Good news, that is not a docking station. So there's one mystery solved. I'm going to attempt a manual.
This is all very good tech, very good writing.
Hold on.
We should listen to it. But, geez, I feel like I've heard it so many times over the years.
Not bullet holes.
I don't know how many times I've replayed this game, probably a couple
Seriously,
times.
do hold on this time.
It is all very memorable. A lot of Wheatley's best dialogue, best text,
There we go.
best
Now I'll be honest, you are
statements.
Hello.
We are
and
good.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance beyond our control.
I like this part of the
Thanks to
game.
emergency
It's like
testing
apocalyptic.
protocols, testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can
Pre-recorded
stay
testing.
even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or
This is
structural
like the
collapse.
tutorial of the game,
The portal
basically.
will open, and
And
emergency
it's neat,
testing will
it's
begin
pretty,
in 3,
it's all like
2,
in ruins. You know, the Aperture Science laboratory, testing center, enrichment center. It is all like overgrown. A recording doesn't really know what's going on, but is reasonably humorous nonetheless. This is a good chunk of the game, and one that definitely deserves a timestamp.
remains an important tool for science, even
Right,
in
there
a
was
dire
just
emergency.
one as we dropped into that area for the first time. If you're watching the VOD, you might have jumped here. Maybe you didn't like to go through Wheatley's first couple scenes. This is mostly just walking around and looking at art, so I don't blame you. I don't blame any of you. Do what you want to do when you're watching the VOD. I'm fine with whatever.
If you feel liquid running down
It's
your
all
neck,
cool and good. The
relax,
timestamps
lie
are
on
there
your
for a
back,
reason.
and apply
I don't
immediate
judge
pressure to
you.
your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material emancipation grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head.
Need your ear tubes. I really like this tutorial, which is like a better version of the original tutorial on how to use portals to get around and solve puzzles. Except this time, instead of being based on a timer, it's button based, so you don't have to wait and shit. There is a commentary note that explains oh yeah, we thought that was a good idea after the first game. People might know what they're doing, but I'll say Even in the first game, I wish that it had this, because that room can go a bit long if you fuck up, or if you miss your cycle, or if,
Good.
you know,
Because of the technical difficulties we are
whatever
currently
shit
experiencing,
happens.
your test environment
And this is just much cleaner and much faster and much smoother. Massive improvements. And,
Please take a moment to write down the results of your test.
yeah.
An Aperture Science
That's probably one of the
associate will review
worst
you for an
rooms in the
where
original
society
Portal,
has been rebuilt.
and it is quite pleasant in this one. That room in particular. Buttons. Buttons are good. I like buttons.
If the Earth is currently governed by a manner of animal king, sentient cloud, or other governing body that either refuses to or is incapable of listening to reason.
Some good humor here. We should try to appreciate the humor as we go. In general, it's a good idea to appreciate the humor in life, but in this game, especially so, because it is one of those funny games, you know, is here for the to be
have a look about.
entertaining.
No, that's right.
Yeah?
Over by the podium. Yeah.
By the podium? Okay. Should we grab the podium? Get the thing?
If you just stand by the podium and just look up.
Look up. I'm standing near the
That's
podium.
It, yeah, no, that's it. Yeah.
I'm pretty close. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. It did look like I was able to jump, but there's probably an invisible wall preventing you from, like, staying up there.
Also, are you alive?
I am alive, it's cool.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work on this.
Art, more art. This sort of is your recap of the first game. Shell got the portal gun, was a woman in a orange jumpsuit. There was GLADOS, there was the companion cube, there was cake. Here's the portal gun, hello. There were a bunch of scientists before that. The scientists, were not happy. Or is that when GLADOS was killed? Is that supposed to be a representation of GLADOS? I'm not sure, but whatever. So yeah, it's Portal. Hey, we got the portal gun. We got one half of the portal gun. It's weird that there are two halves to the portal gun, and when you get the second one, it combines immaterially, you know, sort of like Steven Universe style, into a single gun. It's weird that that's how it works, but that is canonical. That is what happens when you get the second portal gun. They do a fusion dance and they become one gun.
Laws of robotics. To share. Good. If you feel that a lethal military android has not respected your rights as detailed in the laws of robotics, please note it on your self-reporting form. A future Aperture Science Entitlement Associate will initiate the appropriate grievance filing paperwork.
It's good dialogue. We all like the dialogue. I like the dialogue. I'm not gonna overtalk it.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain
Oh, no.
tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that is some jazz. It's funny because these rooms are very much like remixes of... I say remixes, just sort of like ruined versions that are also remixes of the first games. Hello, Stormtrippin', how you doing? That's right, it is crime time. It is time to play this great game. I too love this game. Definitely one of the best. Is this one of the best 360 games, would you say? Would you say this is one of the best all-time 360 games? Here's how we do this one. Is this one literally the same puzzle as the first one? I think this is one of the best 360 games. What is, like, the top 360 game in your book? Like, if you had to pick a single game to represent the Xbox 360, what would it be? The Left 4 Deads and the Halos were great. Oh yeah, I love Left 4 Dead 2. The Halo games were pretty good too.
This message is
Halo 3.
Any observations related to your
You know, I started with
performance are
Reach. I started with Reach myself, so I never went back to 3 in particular. I did do ODST. I did do ODST though. I feel like it was the kind of thing where when I first started playing on the 360, you know, I didn't have online for like the first year or two. Like, it wasn't until like a year and a half after I got it for the first time that I actually had the online. So by the time I was at Xbox Live, and you know, $50 a year when you're a kid is like a big deal. Maybe it still is for some people. You know, I see people saying you know, the Nintendo subscription service is pretty the expansion pack, they don't like it very much. It's not a good deal for them, but you know, back then $50 was a big deal to me, so it was harder to get that, so I wasn't in on online as early as a lot of people, I guess. But I was by the time of like
other objects from space. Please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
Yeah, what he said. I guess Portal probably falls more into the camp of PC game. To be fair, Portal 1, Portal 2, both of them. You know, if I were to be objective and say like, well, I played it on the Xbox 360, but it definitely was a PC game more than anything, and you know, it had the most content on PC as well, with stuff like the you know, level content pack thing. There were like user-generated levels and crap, right? That's pretty cool that they had that. You played the original Portal 1 as part of Orange Box via Xbox? Totally. I feel like that was my introduction to Valve, really. I mean, I guess at the time, was Half-Life 2 what Steam launched with? So yeah, I guess that was before I was on Steam, right? Was Steam like something that non-PC players knew about as of like the Orange Box and all that? Jeez, I'd have to look at like a, this is like a, you click it and it comes up. Okay, we got it this time. I would have to look at like when my earliest games on Steam were, but I don't think I was on Steam before I got the Orange Box for the first time. You know what it was, actually? I bet it was I got the Orange Box, learned about Valve and all that, and then, you know, TF2...
All Aperture Science personality constructs will remain functional in apocalyptic, low-power environments of as few as 1.1 volts.
I can see that. It's very nice. The recordings are great. Yeah, I feel like what happened was that I got the TF2 on the 360, and then realized very quickly that PC TF2 was leaving me in the dust. So I had to go and buy a RAM thing for my crappy-ass PC so that I could play TF2 on the PC. And then, yeah, probably TF2 was like the start of me getting into Valve and Steam and stuff. Probably TF2 was like a big deal. I mean, yes, I know PS2 or TF2 was a big deal, but you know what? In retrospect, it was probably a big deal for Valve and Steam in particular. Like, that was probably what got a lot of people who would otherwise be console first, console only people to download Steam and get it onto their PCs. Hello, Rock Party. How you doing? I do think there are Easter eggs. Yeah, there's stuff in walls. There's like, I know in the first game there's like the Ratman stuff where some behind the scenes areas sort of hint at plot directions the game goes.
No longer apply in the future. God help you.
If the laws of physics don't apply, God help you. That's very funny. Imagine if that was what happened. I mean, it could. I don't know. I'm not in the future myself in real life. If it did happen, yeah, it'd be fucking screwy. Fucking screwy. So yeah, I'll say again what I said up top, by the way. Big week of streaming this week. Rock Party, you were asking, you in particular were asking for Metroid Prime Randomizer on Sunday. I'm doing it tomorrow. All day stream tomorrow from 2 p.m. on Metroid Prime Randomizer. And I'm going to do Windswept on Wednesday. And I'm going to do another stream on Thursday. I'm going to go whole hog. Whole week of streaming this week. In celebration of 500 YouTube subs. Which, last I checked, we were one away from. But we'll get there by the end of the week. If you have not subbed on YouTube, sub on YouTube. And then I will be able to just say 500 without caveat the rest of the week. That'd be lovely. And I'd appreciate it. And, you know, hey, 500, number 500, that's like bragging rights and crap. I mean, the nature of subscribers is such that it does change as people subscribe and unsubscribe. So technically, the 500 slot, you know, you might find yourself at 499 if someone tomorrow decides to say, I've had enough of your disingenuous assertions. Mass Effect 2, that's a fucking 360 game. Mass Effect 2 might be my pick, actually, for number 1. I've had enough of your fucking disingenuous assertions. You hit the YouTube. Excellent, Storm Trip, and I appreciate it. Are we at 500 now? Sick, we got it. 500 in the can. I appreciate that. And hopefully we will get far enough ahead of 500 such that we don't have to worry about someone finding out I don't like ukulele tomorrow and going like, what? You know, get out of here. We'll see. You know, I'll say about ukulele. That is this year's extra live stream, Ukulele. I am very curious if they fixed it. But, like, who fucking knows? Nice, Storm Trippin'. Congratulations on 500. Yuka is no banjo. I agree. I am still curious to try out the remake. That'll be on Extra Life. And I'll say again, with Extra Life, we will have incentives for Sonic 06. We will have incentives for Banjo-Kazooie. We can play better games or worse games if donors, I should say donors, not chat, but presumably the donors will be part of chat. If donors demand, we will play better or worse games, as the case may be. That'll be fun. To say again what the streams will be, yes, tomorrow, to celebrate 500, Metroid Prime Randomizer, which I've never actually done Randomizer 1 on stream. I've done 2 and 3, but not Metroid Prime 1. Let's correct that before Metroid Prime 4 comes out.
Should not start with you. Please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing.
Windswept on, that's a good line, and we talked over like half of it. Whatever. Windswept will be on Wednesday, actually. It's coming out tomorrow, but we'll do it on Wednesday, because I don't have Wednesday off, and I don't need a full day to play Windswept for the first time.
Or concerns about this policy.
Hey! Oi!
Hey, it's
Did you
Wheatley!
find a portal gun? Oh, do you know what? It just goes to show, people with brain damage are the real heroes in the end, aren't they, at the end of the day?
Yeah!
Dave, come on through.
Let's hear it for brain damage. Hell yeah!
Okay, listen, let me lay something on you here. It's pretty
Okay,
heavy.
lay the plot on us.
They told me never, never, ever to disengage myself from my management rail or I would die.
Yeah, but it seems to have
we're out of
ended.
options here. So get ready to catch me, all right? On the off chance.
Should
that
we
I'm
catch
not
him?
dead the moment I pop off this thing. On 3. Ready? 1,
2.
2, 3. That's high. It's too high, isn't it? Really? That. All right. Going on 3 just gives you too much time to think about it. Let's go on 1 this time. Okay. Ready? 1. Catch me!
Ah! Shit!
Ow,
He's fine.
I'm not dead. I'm not dead.
Yeah! Wheatley is our best buddy. We love him. Everyone loves Wheatley. Hell yeah. I wasn't into Gears back in the 360 era. I'm not really a big Gears guy. I don't know. Never got through the... I rented the first game. Didn't finish it. There was a point where I got through like a really hard part, and then it kept going. And I said, okay, I've kind of had enough. I feel like I'm beyond my limits. I don't know. That was like 20 years ago, though, so maybe I should give it another try. I no longer have Game Pass, so, where do you want to be put in? Oh, the little, peg there.
Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching.
Oh yeah?
Seriously, I'm not joking. Could you just turn around for a second?
I understand, buddy. I feel
Alright, you can turn around now.
feel the same way.
Bam! Secret panel. That I opened while your back was turned. And off we go.
Nice.
Look at this! No rail to tell us where to go. Oh, this is brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Hold on though, where are we going?
We're going the one way that you can go.
Just follow the rail, actually.
Go forward. Yep, yep.
Oh no. Yes, hello, no, we're not stopping. Don't make eye contact, whatever you do. No, thanks, we're good. Appreciate it.
Nothing further to add here other than this is very funny dialogue, and I like how it plays with the him responding to the turrets in a funny way. There's like more back and forth in this game than in the first game because, you know, in the first game, GLADOS is the only character,
she will probably kill us
and also the
if
turrets.
she's awake. If you want to just
So here you're able to have
could just sit here
some
forever.
characters going back
That's
and
an
forth,
option.
some banter,
Option A, sit here,
and it's
do
funny.
nothing. Option B, go through there, and if she's alive, she'll almost certainly kill us. So, if you've got any reservations whatsoever about this plan, now would be a tremendous
Also, we're
time
straight
to
to GLADOS here. Excellent. The second portion of
I'm gonna name a
the
card
game.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to go in there. Don't go in there. She's off. She's off. Don't
I'm
panic.
wondering,
She's
like,
off.
structurally, if it's like how far we can get
There
tonight.
She is. What a nasty piece of
There's
proper maniac. Do you know who ended up? Do you know who ended
GLADOS,
up? You're not
me,
gonna believe this. A human.
Shell did.
I know. I wouldn't have believed it either. Apparently, this human escaped, and nobody's seen him since. Then there was a sort of long chunk of time where
Nothing
absolutely
happened,
nothing
yeah.
happened. And then there's us escaping now. So that's pretty much the whole story. You're up to speed. Don't touch me.
Yeah, so there's this section of like
Okay.
ruins.
This, actually, look at it. That's quite a distance.
I don't know.
isn't it?
This is should we
Okay,
jump?
You know what? Go ahead and jump. You've got braces on your legs.
There's this
so
section.
you're all set.
There's
Although
the next
no braces on
section.
your arms, though.
Then there's some cave stuff.
Still
Ah!
held. Still being held.
Very
That's
fun.
A great job.
There's
You've
some
applied
cave
the grip,
stuff,
we're all fine.
and then
That's
there's
tremendous.
like the final
I just saw it, I just
sections.
looked down. I
How
do not
far
recommend
should we
it.
get tonight?
I've just done it
How
again.
long has it been? Like an hour? Less than? Half hour? We'll at least
This
do
is the main breaker room.
we'll at least get to the cave.
Let's go in.
We'll at least get to Cave Johnson.
Look
But
for a
like
switch that says escape pod. All right, don't touch anything else.
once we get
Not anything
to
else, don't
Cave
touch anything
Johnson,
else.
it's
Don't
like,
even look at anything
you know, if
else.
we get to Cave
Just
Johnson's
obviously gotta look at
portion,
everything else to
there's
find
not
escape
that
pod,
much
but
left
as
in the
soon as you
game,
get to something
right?
that doesn't say escape pod. Look at something else. Look at the next thing.
I'm
All right,
wondering,
don't touch
like,
anything
is
else,
this
don't
like
look
an
at anything.
8-hour
Look at
game or a
everything.
5-hour game? I feel like
Can you see it
it
anywhere?
was like
I
8.
can't see it anywhere.
Let's
tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on.
see how far we get and when we find the best
Let
possible
there be
stopping
light.
point.
That's God. Just quoting God. Oh, look at that. It's turning.
Let there be light, yeah?
Ominous. But probably fine. As long as it
Was
doesn't
that
start, you know,
God?
moving
I
on.
think that was God, yeah.
No. Escape pod, escape
It's
pod.
like in like
Okay.
Bible and
Okay,
stuff.
don't
That's
worry,
when he
don't
was
worry.
creating
I've
the
got it,
world,
I've got
and
it. Just slow it down. No,
he
it
wanted
makes it
there
go
to be
faster.
light.
Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Anyway,
Okay, don't panic. All right, stop panicking.
GLADOS is back.
Stop this.
Whole big
there's a
thing.
path. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem.
8.5. Gotcha, yeah. We'll do like 4 hours worth. We'll look for a 4-hour mark. If it's just the end game next week, that's fine. Nice short stream. After a bunch of streaming this week, I might be in the mood for like a hour and a half, 2-hour final chunk stream.
You know her?
It's been a long time.
It has been a long
How have
time.
you been?
Couple years.
I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what? Ah. Oh no! 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 Oh no! 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 Ah.
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences
I think it's a good
behind
length.
us. For science.
I suppose I'll say, it's also been a long time since I did the co-op. It might be
I will
fun,
say, though, that
like,
since you went to all the trouble
one of
waking
these
me up,
weeks,
must
sometime
really,
soon.
really
What if we did the
love to
co-op
see
as well?
I love it too.
I don't know.
There's just one
Someone would
small
have to
thing
come
we
play
need
the
to
co-op
take
with
care
me.
of first.
Does it still work on 360? Do I need like a PC version? Do people still have their 360 copy to play online? Oh, I don't have Xbox Live anymore. I'll get a I gotta get the PC version then. I gotta get the PC version. I don't have Xbox fucking Live. That means I can't play online anymore because I canceled Game Pass. I need to remember that. No more online. It's
Here we
done.
are, the incinerator room. Be
Can I get the
careful not to trip over
Switch
any
version?
parts of me.
Is the
Things
Switch
that
version
can
good?
be burned when you
I
think
have
about
online
it.
on the Switch.
The door
Probably get the
portion of
PC
ours
version.
should be around here
Get the
somewhere.
version with
Once
the
you find
the Steam
it,
version,
we can
yeah.
start testing
Storm
it.
Trippin' would be
Guess
down.
I'll time.
I'd play it with you, Storm Trippin'.
Hold on.
I know that Trebucket was saying recently that he's not played Portal 2 and he wants to.
There.
It would be interesting to have him in the
There should be a way
in the
back
other
to
seat,
testing area
you know,
up ahead.
since he hasn't played it at all. Like the puzzles would be all new to him. Yeah. You should talk to him. But like, that sounds like a good idea. I also want to play some TF2 or some Left 4 Dead 2 sometime. If you're down for that, if Rock Party's down for that, I'd love to do some stuff. 2-streamer co-op collab. I mean, I could do it with another streamer, but I'd just as soon do it with like people I know who are not streamers necessarily, like Storm Trippin', Trebucket, or Rock Party. Rock Party did do some streams for a bit, but correct me if I'm wrong, Rock Party. You haven't streamed for a while, yeah? But anyway, I think that'd be the thing. I think that'd be a fun time.
Do you know the
I'd
biggest
enjoy
lesson
that.
I learned from what you did? I
And yeah, we
discovered
can
I
go
had a
through
sort
all
of
the
black
campaigns.
box quick save feature.
I'm kind of in the
In
mood
the
for
event
some
of a catastrophic
Valve
failure,
stuff.
the last 2 minutes of my
Honestly.
life were preserved
Hey,
for
we got the
analysis.
two-part gun
Yeah,
now.
forced, really,
Excellent.
To relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know,
Did
if
I
you'd done that to somebody else,
do
they
any
might
sort of
forfeit
introduction
existence
around
to
the time where a
infect you
timestamp would go?
Luckily, I'm a
The
bigger
GLADOS
person
part
than
of the
that.
game?
I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've
Maybe
got a
the maybe
lot
the
to do
timestamp
and
goes when
16
testing
more days to go.
resumes.
More
You
or
know,
less. I don't
testing
have
is
the
about to
actual
resume in a
numbers
second,
in
I
front of me.
guess. Like after we get through a couple of these rooms. This is like the facility putting itself back together part. And also it's funny because this is like the room where GLADOS tried to kill you in the original game. Like this is an existing test chamber, 19 out of 19.
I'll just
Hell
move
yeah.
out of the way for you.
Does Switch version have collab? I'd be
But the
surprised if it
important thing
didn't.
is you're back.
Portal 2 is $10 on
And
Steam.
now I'm on to all
Oh, I
the
should
little
just get it
tricks.
then.
So there's nothing to stop
Yeah,
us from
I'll do
testing
that.
for the rest of your life.
I just paid
After that,
like
who knows?
70
I might
bucks
take
for
a
Outer
holiday.
Worlds too, so
Reanimating the dead
$10 is nothing. Let's go. It's time for GLaDOS's Test Chamber Fun, the portion of the game where GLaDOS is running all the test chambers, and it's a good time. Chapter 2, the cold boot, I guess is what it's called. I could just go off the fucking in-game names.
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Oh good, that's back online. I'll start
Yeah, let's
getting everything working while you
by
perform
and large
this
use the
search,
chapter
which
names
involves
as like
deadly
timestamp
lasers,
indicators,
and how
I
test
guess.
subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
So now, in this game, no longer is the particle gun based, you know, the Half-Life 2 style, like, particle gun situation, where you have to, like, it goes back and forth and it's like bing, bang, boom, you know, and it can be sort of a delay situation. Instead, you just, like, make a deadly laser appear, and it's instant, and you don't have to, like, wait. Portal 2 low-key has a good number of, like, big improvements to the basic puzzle stuff
Not bad.
and the
I
basic
forgot how
mechanics of
good
Portal.
you are at this.
In the laser,
You should pace
in like
yourself,
the
though.
room with the
We have
buttons.
a lot of tests to do.
Multiple sizable improvements here in this game. I love it. Sizable quality of life, pacing a puzzle type improvements. The puzzles are better paced and less reliant on waiting.
This next test
I'm
involves
sure the
the
commentary
surge
would
of
tell you that if
reaction
it was
cubes.
on.
I just finished building them before you had your, well, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner.
Hey, hey! Where's Wheatley there? These are the laser cubes. They let you redirect the lasers. One more. A lot of good puzzle elements in this game, as you know, as everyone knows. We will use them. I need to make sure that's on a place where I can portal it away. There we go. Nice.
Well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person.
You know, it's funny.
That's what it says. A horrible person.
What were
We
you
weren't
testing?
even testing for that.
That's a good bit. Yeah, let's do the Steam version of co-op, and I'll see if Rebecca is down for that.
Don't
that
let
sounds like a
that
good
horrible
time.
person thing discourage you. It's just
After
a
I
waste of
finish
time.
going
If
through
it
this
makes you
game,
feel any
we'll
better.
do
Science has
we'll
now
we'll
validated
see if
your
we can
birth
rope
mother's decision
Rebecca
to
into
abandon
co-op.
you on a doorstep.
That sounds fun. I like that idea a bunch. It's probably been like 10 years since I did the co-op myself, you know, since you need to get someone down to do it. So I've probably forgotten a lot of the specific, I'll say most all of the specific puzzle solutions, elements, etc. It'll be interesting to play it again, regardless of like recency or awareness or whatever. I think there's an Easter egg in this room. Yeah, like behind this wall or something. Isn't there like a hidden wall situation somewhere here? Maybe I'm misremembering. Wait a minute. No. Good guess though. Good guess. Does look like that would be something, but no, it just looks like that. What about up there? Maybe like behind this wall? This is a hold duck. Guess you don't need to duck that often, so it's probably fine. Can we get past this wall? Maybe I'm just imagining. This feels like a very suspicious room here. It's been a while, but I got a feeling. I got a feeling that something's hiding. Well, there's a little radio. Is this it? Is it just a radio playing a radio song? And some stuff you can see. Oh, is this a hidden room? Does this count as a hidden room? It wasn't exactly hidden. It was just a hole in the wall, like wide open. And some text on the wall that says, "Sucker's luck, exile, too many variables." Some scientists were doing some stuff here, having fun with the walls. I guess this is a secret. I guess that counts as a secret. We came in here, and we're gonna exit through here. So this door is, technically just for fun, but it's so wide open. It barely registers as a secret. Because it's just, like, not even hidden. I guess a secret doesn't have to be hidden.
Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
Oh, that was a good question. Can you bring the radio with you? Probably until you run into your first material emancipation grid, which,
One moment.
you know, there's probably loads of, so we wouldn't be able to take it very far.
Chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and do whatever it is you do when you're not destroying.
Let's do this chamber really fast, so that she will have no cause to complain about us. Do this chamber so fast, she's just like, wow, you did a really good job. I can't believe how fast you solved that chamber. Wow. Now we have to wait like a minute for the platform to come back. I thought it was one of those ones where when you power it, goes to the right, and when you unpower it, goes to the left. But it's actually one of those ones where when you power it, it moves, and when you unpower it, it don't.
I'll give you credit. I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly.
It was pretty slow. It was pretty slow. Is there like a way to like skip that room in like no time at all? There must be. I mean, I bet in the speedruns, I bet the speed ones go wacky with it. I mean, obviously the ones that let you go through walls, you know, any percent glitched and all that, probably you just go out of bounds and do some dumb shit. And probably even like inbounds, inbounds is like what it is in Portal speedruns, right? For like glitchless.
An initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results were highly informative. They could not. Good luck.
Oh, what good lines. Some of the best comedy writing in games, I feel like. I do feel weird sometimes playing games that have so much... Ah! Okay, we're good. So much, writing. Writing as the core. Because when I'm talking, you might not be able to hear it. That was a weird, bounce. Weird bounce there. I like this music that happens while you're being launched. That's a fun touch. How about hit it when it's... Yeah! About to hit the bottom bouncer.
Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting.
I think that's pretty normal for like caves and stuff, right? I don't know. Do they make oxygen by like, you know, just like stripping carbon dioxide off
Let's
CO2?
see what the next test is. Oh, advanced aerial faith plates.
Carbon dioxide
Well,
is
I found
CO2.
soil
Carbon
that
off
we never had here in
CO2.
the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of
Isn't
glass
that a thing
and
like
15
carbon
acres of
scrubbers or
broken
something?
glass by myself.
Carbon scrubbers are like a thing, right? I don't know that much about, carbon. I know it's very important. Don't they do that in space? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's like for the International Space Station. Yeah, that must be what the context in which you would hear carbon scrubbers. We need to set these up ahead of time so that we, just roll. I like how generous the portals always are in this game. You know, they are exactly where they need to be. You don't have to be like, oh, you know, aim in the center, not the sides. No, just plop it down on that square. You're good.
Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them. standing around.
We zoom with
slowing
right
and
bumper.
useless.
That's very good.
Try to avoid the garbage hurtling towards you.
Look at all this garbage hurtling towards us. Oh, we just put it through here. Let's catch the cube. Get ready. The cube is gonna come through the thing. Wait a minute. Wait. I can just put it there. I don't have to catch it. Just need to drop it on the button. Beautiful.
Remember before when I was talking
It was a
about
nice
stray
catch,
garbage
yes.
floating around being useless? That
You
was
know,
a metaphor.
the thing is,
I
you
was
don't really
actually
have to
talking
catch
about
it.
you.
You just have to
And
get it
that's
where
all.
it needs to
You
go,
didn't react
and
at
that's
the
all that
time, so
counts.
I was worried it'd sail
Second
right
try
over
is
my head.
pretty
I should
good.
have made this apology
Also,
seem insane.
They
That's
say
why I
third
had to
try's
find
the charm.
garbage a second
Sometimes
time
you
just
don't
now.
even need 3. You don't even need the third try. Charm or not. They should make a Portal 3, by the way.
Did you notice
Speaking of
that
third
people's
tries.
consciences are more easily startled by loud noises?
What would they
I'm
do
sorry,
for Portal
I don't know
3?
how that went off. Anyway,
Doesn't
that's
matter,
an
just make
interesting
one. I don't
science
care
fact.
what they put into it. I guess the thing is with like games like this where they've been dead for that
Oh,
long,
Did I accidentally fizzle that before you could complete
where
the
they've been
task?
away
I'm
for so
sorry.
long. You know,
Go
the
ahead,
weird
grab
thing is
another
that a
one.
lot of the people who worked on it probably aren't there anymore. I don't know. Does
Oh,
Valve have
no.
issues with
I
turnover?
fizzled that one too.
Probably not, but they haven't made a
Oh,
game
well.
like this in so
We have
long.
warehouses full of the things.
I would guess
Absolutely
that
worthless. I'm happy to get rid of them.
they don't necessarily have the they're not really as much ready to do that as they were like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Jeez Christ, how long ago was this game? This was like 2011, so like, yeah, like 15 years ago. 2010, 2011. It's been a decade in a bundle with Left 4 Dead 3. Left 4 Dead is a great example of a case where the team is all gone. You know, there is no... The team behind Left 4 Dead is, like, all absconded. Also, I suppose it's possible that, like... Wasn't, like, that indie game, Cube, made by the people who were involved in, and they made Back 4 Blood? Turtle Rock did? I didn't like that one. I don't know what it was, but I don't think it had the juice. I don't think it had the sauce. I feel like Left 4 Dead was more special. I mean, honestly, part of me says when I see that, like, oh well, maybe they underestimated like how important Valve's contributions to the game were. Maybe we did as well, for what it's worth. You know, they couldn't just go on without Valve and make as good a game. Was it a collab with Valve? I honestly don't know how that worked between Turtle Rock and Valve to make Left 4 Dead. It kind of seemed like it was a joint effort, and I think like looking at Back 4 Blood,
Every
it
test chamber is
does
equipped
seem like
with
it was
an
a
emancipation
joint
grill
effort.
on its exit, so that test
The level
subjects
design
can
in
test objects out of the
in
test area. This one is broken. Don't take anything with you.
oh, wait a minute. Hang on. We gotta... How are we going to take this? Ooh, I know. Easy. It's actually very easy. Not even a challenge. Look at our lovely cube here. Our lovely cube friend. No!
I think that one was
No!
about to say, I love you. They are sentient, of course. We just have a lot of them.
I was about to say that. It's like, what is this exactly? Are these like panels? These are like ceiling panels, I guess. They're so square though. Unusual. Yeah, Back 4 Blood was definitely mid. I feel like it didn't have the same juice as far as like the special infected. Didn't have the same juice as far as like the level design wasn't as cool and engaging and like full of variety. I feel like all the campaigns of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 are just so unforgettable, and each different stage of it is just like a perfect another step towards its final destination. You know, like I think Left 4 Dead 2 especially, like all those campaigns are like some of the best. I don't know what you call it, you know, because it's not like a traditional campaign. I guess it's more similar to like a extraction shooter, where it's like a level that you can play over and over again, and is like replayable and like an hour long in total, and also so like intricately crafted, beautifully rendered.
I have to go. Wait, this next test
Lovely
does require
good.
some explanation. Let me give you the fast version. There. If you have any questions,
We got it. I know
just
what to
remember
do.
what I said in slow motion. Test on your own recognizance. I'll be right back.
I need to get this through the fizzler. Left 4 Dead 2, I think, is a very special game. I love how it's, like, set in the South and all. That's just really cool and flavorful. And, like, you know, you got your first campaign, which is just pretty much just, oh, you know, southern city. Let me see if I can remember. There's, like, the southern... There's, like, the generic South campaign. There's, the amusement park campaign. That one's very fun. There's the, Hell and High Water campaign, where on the way back, you come back the same way that you came, but, like, it's all flooded on the way back. I feel like that one, if I had to pick a favorite campaign, I think it's, what's that, Hard Rain? I think it might be Hard Rain, honestly. What am I forgetting? There's South campaign, theme park campaign, and yeah, there's also No Mercy, the hospital campaign from the first game. There's the airport campaign from the first game. There's the old country campaign from the first game. Found and killed like a dozen witches in Hard Rain once. It was wild. Wow, usually there's just like one, isn't there? What am I forgetting as far as campaigns go? Let me search Left 4 Dead campaigns. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. There are also some like fan DLC campaigns. Oh, we got to the return. Do we really need a timestamp every chapter? This is still basically just GLADOS test chamber time, pretty much, right? Here. Whatever, we got to the return. That's like a major plot point, and some stuff is about to happen. So, that's fun. I was just talking about Left 4 Dead campaigns and trying to remember them. And to that end, I'm going to throw my phone on the screen. There we go. Let's see. There was No Mercy, Crash Course. What's the difference between Crash Course and Dead Mercy? There's Death Toll. Wait, oh, downloadable content. Okay. Death Toll. That's the one where you go to a church and there's like a... I don't remember Death Toll as much, honestly. But Dead Air and Blood Harvest, I remember both of those pretty well. These three, I don't remember as much. Cut campaigns, damn it. An unfinished campaign developed by Turtle Rock Studios made to bridge the gap between Dead Air and Blood Harvest. Never heard of that. Interesting. Left 4 Dead 2. Dead Center, Savannah, Georgia. The hotel, yeah, and there's like all the streets. The Passing, Dark Carnival. Yeah, Dark Carnival's a classic. Swamp Fever, right, the swamp. Forgot about the swamp. There's Hard Rain, and The Parish is the Parish is the one where that ends with the military showing up. Is that what else is that? Right, that's the one where you go to New Orleans, right, with the parade floats and all that crap. Right. And I think some of these are like... there was the original Left 4 Dead campaigns. There was the one where they ran into the Left 4 Dead survivors in The Passing. There were a bunch of campaigns in Left 4 Dead. Get that out of there. If we do a stream of that sometime, I would love to go through like as many of the campaigns as possible. How would you do it, Storm Trippin'? Let me ask chat. Ask possible participants. How would you do it? Would you do like if you were gonna play some Left 4 Dead for me, would you want to do like all the Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns? Or would you want to do like all of them? Probably just like all the main ones from Left 4 Dead 2 specifically. Would be a lot, right?
The aerial faceplate in here is
We should pay attention to the plot.
You broke it, didn't you?
This is the next chapter.
Try
Again,
it.
how about we put the timestamp right here rather than where the chapter indicator was? Because, right, just what happened is we just saw Wheatley. Hey, Wheatley. He's gonna
This
break
phone
us
is
out,
not calibrated
and
to
then,
summon
you know, we're going to head to a climactic mid-game, Act 1 finale, I guess.
Very healthy. Try
I would characterize this as an Act 1 finale, leading into Act 2.
Bird, right? Couldn't believe it either.
Did he just say Big Bird? What Big Bird?
Well done. I'll just lower the ceiling.
Oh, I didn't even put the portal on the ceiling because part of me knew that, like, the point was just to step on the thing. Ow! I have to put the portal... There we go. Right, so we're about to break out. That's fun. All campaigns, both games in order. That might be a multi-stream affair. Unless, you know, y'all want to do like... Unless... How long do you think it takes to do all campaigns, both games in order? Are we including DLC? I don't know if we would, but for me personally, like, I'm kind of more interested in just the ones that I remember, nostalgia-wise. That's just me, though. Definitely should talk that out and figure that out. Again, let me just say I have no idea when I would do that. If that's like a December thing. I got time off in December. I can do some streams. You know, I can do some more streams than usual, perhaps. I know in December, we'll definitely be doing the Game of the Year streams, where I go back to a bunch of Game of the Year games and think about which ones go where. But other than that, like, yeah, it's a good time to do some collabs. It's a good time to do some other type stuff. Didn't I hit the button and... Shit. Thought I hit the button, but I guess I didn't. This one is a bit of a walk to get back. There's my box. Anyway. Good shit. Valve, I feel like, you know, I don't know if I said this before. I probably said this like a dozen times when I was replaying Half-Life like a year ago. I feel like there was a period where I've said before that, like, damn it.
Look at you, sailing through the air majestically,
Like
an eagle,
yeah,
piloting a blimp.
very funny line. I think I've said before that there was a certain period where Valve was the most important publisher that developer in my life, you know? There was like a period in like the early aughts where the Orange Box came out, it hit hard, and from then on, like, I was just in on every release that they did, except for their MMO. Their
Enjoy this next test.
Their,
I'm going to go to the surface. It's a beautiful day out.
what the fuck is the word? Their
Yesterday I
MOBA.
saw a deer. If you
Wasn't
fall
in the
this
Dota
next test,
because it sounded
maybe
really
I'll let you
complicated
ride
and
an
hard.
elevator all the way up to the break room. And I'll tell you about the time I saw a deer again.
10 of 22. Oh, I guess he's not returning. I guess he's not returning until later. He's thinking about returning. That's right, we still have to go through a lot of test chambers, actually. Fuck the timestamp. No timestamp earlier. Like, we have to put the timestamp somewhere good. Somewhere where, like, things are about to happen or have happened. And, well, it's still gonna be a while until Wheatley springs us. But I will absolutely know where to put the timestamp and won't miss the thing. Won't miss the timing to, like, say, like, hey, there's people coming off the timestamp. Here's what's going on. People watching the VOD must be so confused, like, you know, obviously, you just said there would be a timestamp. But, you know, keep watching. I changed my mind when it turned out that no one returned immediately. You know, did like Palpatine take over, like, do people still think about somehow he returned, as far as, like, Palpatine returning in episode 9? Was that, like, oh, fuck. Oh, well, it's fine. Is that, like, a thing that takes up people's head space? Anyway, where the fuck was I going with that? Eventually, Wheatley is going to return, much like Palpatine, but in a much more positive manner. In a somewhat more positive manner. Block! I screwed up the block there. I will correct that. Somehow he returned. I should have set up the portal while I was up there, but whatever. Man, those Disney. Where was I going with that sentence? Fuck! I didn't need to hit that switch. Where the fuck is my block? The fuck did my block go? Oh, bitch. Those Disney, getting disoriented, I guess. Those Disney Star Wars movies sure did age poorly. I feel like, I mean, I'll say I would probably, if anyone were to ask, I would still say that I believe that the new movies are at least better than the prequels on average. But also, at least with the prequels, they had a plan, you know? Like, the prequels were poorly planned and definitely had, like, were dumb as hell. But they were at least planned. Whereas the sequels franchise, the sequel trilogy, definitely was just, like, perfect, like, encapsulation of why you don't go into things with no fucking plan at all and just, like, you know, wing it. Like, why you don't do that and why that's a bad idea.
Well, you passed the test.
Conversely,
Didn't see the deer
I'll
today.
say the other thing,
I did see some
which is that
humans.
there's plenty of
Both
franchises
either
that
I've
get
got
away
my
with
guess
not
of
planning
some I
out
need.
their second or third installments. You know, like, I'm sure when Portal came out, they didn't have Portal 2 planned out. Hello, Adventurer Tale, how you doing? I'm sure they didn't have Portal 2 planned out when Portal 1 hit. I'm sure they didn't have Psychonauts 2 planned when Psychonauts hit. And we're just winging it. And like, Vince Gilligan has gone on record to say, like, yeah, best Breaking Bad was pretty much improvised. We had an idea where we were going, but pretty much, like, every episode was hashed out in the writer's room, and then it went where it went, and season by season, they figured out where they were going and eventually got to their destination, and it was great. It was lovely. And I feel like that sort of proves that you can
These bridges
go
are made
without
from
a plan.
natural light that I pump in from the surface. If you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside with the sun shining on your face. It's
funny because they look-
on fire, so don't actually do it.
They look blues. They don't look very warm, despite being made of sun. Ah! Thank you for throwing things at me, Adventurer Tale. I said hello, right? I'm not sure if I did. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. You are right in throwing things at me to draw the attention there. Justifiable. If I get to the button. Can I just hit the button once and it just starts, dropping the shit? I think I hit the button once and it just starts dropping. Yeah. I don't need to do it, multiple times. It's not that hard. Not that confusing. Anyway, I guess what that anecdote ended up sort of saying is that, you know, just because sometimes people fuck up royally by not planning ahead, sometimes masterpieces are made without planning ahead. By the way, I did see, I did watch the first episodes of Pluribus. That shit's pretty weird, huh? I haven't seen Kamen Rider, no, but I have been watching the more recent Kamen Rider wannabe show. It's cool. I wish that I cannot take the organization Shocker seriously as someone who has not seen the original show. That just seems well, obviously it is silly, but you know, it just seems silly in addition to being silly. Materially, it is definitely silly. That Pluribus is pretty good. I don't exactly know where the hell it is going as a show, and like what exactly it looks like on a week-to-week basis. But it is definitely intriguing. Definitely reminds you that, like, that dude, you know, Gilligan, Vince Gilligan.
Excellent. You're a predator.
Is it okay to
and
call
these
him by his
tests are
last
not
name,
bad.
Gilligan?
Speaking of which, I was researching sharks for an upcoming test.
Nice, I
Do
like
you know
sharks.
Who else murders people who are only trying to help them?
Not
Did you
sharks!
guess sharks? Because that's wrong. The correct answer is nobody. Nobody but you is that pointlessly cruel.
Dolphins. What about dolphins? Dolphins love the murder. I think that is, like, canonically... That is, like, known. I love all these diagrams. It's a cool style of, like, illustration. They do some good shit in this, so far as the presentation of all this. It's a lot more slick than in the first game. Aperture Laboratories, Aperture Science, all that. A lot more put together.
I figured out what to do with all the money I saved recycling your one room full of air. When you die, I'm going to laminate your skeleton and pose you in the lobby. That way future generations can learn from you how not to have your unfortunate bone structure.
Nowadays, Shocker is supposed to be funny instead of what it was at the start. Was Shocker supposed to be menacing? They're guys in like ski masks that go like yee in a high voice, and they do like a, well, I guess the pose that they do is reminiscent of like now that I do half of it, is reminiscent of like certain
The door's malfunctioning.
certain tech billionaire poses that are normal for tech billionaires.
Don't
You know, hand to heart type stuff.
Don't touch anything.
We're about to get some cutscene stuff.
Hey, up here. I found some bird eggs up here. Just dropped them into the door mechanism. Shut it right down. Like, bird!
There's the bird, yeah.
Okay, that's probably the bird in it that laid the eggs. Livid.
Yeah.
Okay, look, the point is, we're gonna break out of here, alright? Very soon, I promise. I just have to figure out how to break us out of here. Here she comes. Just keep testing. Remember, you never saw me.
Timestamp for like the escape will come when we start escaping. We haven't started escaping yet.
Well, living anymore.
We have to get to the point where the labs are pretty much completed. That's where the timestamp goes. We're Shocker like an analog for like fascism or something? Genuinely like curious. Like I know Godzilla was originally like a analog for nuclear war, though I'm not sure like what exactly it meant to say about it. Like that it's like horrific, scary, that we can recover from it, that like you just have to deal with it occasionally and suck it in, you know? Like I'm really not sure what exactly Godzilla is trying to say insofar as the nuclear comparison. Maybe I am being an idiot here, but I could use a YouTube video explaining it. It started as a branch of the Germans. Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go then. Yeah, totally trying to be like Nazis, basically. Like a parody of the Nazis. Huh. I never would have guessed that, actually. Despite them literally doing the Elon Musk pose.
In the commendation section.
Something that is very close to the Elon Musk pose to transform.
Well,
Doesn't Kamen Rider also do an Elon Musk? Maybe like a half Musk? They do like a, you know, they go like, they stretch their arms out and they do like calisthenics to transform. Yeah. Probably coincidence, some of that, but I can see that. Anyway, Pluribus seems good. It seems very interesting. I don't know what's going on. Here's what I'll say.
This test involves tourists.
Do you know what Pluribus reminds me of?
They're the pale spherical things that are full of bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds.
I laughed before the punchline because I remembered it. Good joke. Pluribus seems quite cool. Do you know what it reminds me of? It low-key reminds me of Last Man on Earth, which is a show about, like, the last couple dozen people, apparently, alive in the U.S. after a, like, just incredibly deadly pandemic, wherein just, like, you know, the main character, he finds himself, like, the only one that he can find alive in America, and he goes around putting up signs saying, like, hey, I'm alive in Tucson, and everyone comes to Tucson, Arizona, the last, like, half dozen people alive, and it's pretty fun and dumb, and also, it's Will Forte, same guy who does MacGruber, as the last guy on Earth, and, in a way, Pluribus kind of reminds me of that, even though it's not literally that no one is left on Earth, just that next to no one is left who isn't, you know, spoilers as far as the first episode of Pluribus. Carol is kind of all that there is. Though I don't know if, like, the other characters are that interested in being last man or being, like, characters. Like, only one of them seems like he's, like, got potential for nonsense. Can these guys shoot each other? Like, if these guys shoot each other, will they catch on fire and die? It looks like they're shooting through me. The poses you're saying are just one arm straight up? Well, not like straight up, like diagonally from the shoulder. I guess that can be a lot of poses. I know. Elon Musk doesn't get to have all of them. I do feel like this room is kind of just a lesser version of the Portal 1 version, so, you know. In fact, is it literally the same room? It might literally be the same test chamber, actually. I'm not sure about that, but this layout seems really familiar. I feel like the Portal 1 version is a lot more memorable and cool and iconic. Is it literally the same chamber? Minus, like, some destruction that forces you to go, down into the underground. We're not escaping yet, I'm pretty sure. We're just having a moment of, like, behind the scenes for, like, a little bit of, variety.
To maintain a constant testing cycle, I simulate daylight at all hours and add adrenal vapor to your oxygen supply.
Yeah, this is just 2 seconds of being behind the scenes.
The point is, yesterday was your birthday. I thought you'd want to know.
The Ichigo pose is just actually to the side to try to get more wind into the Typhoon, which is the main transformation device you use. Okay. In a recent episode of that new show, they said that the riders were cyborgs, which I didn't know. News to me. Again, you know, I've only seen the new one, which is not about actual riders, but about people who want to be riders who are not,
you know how I'm going to live forever.
Cyborgs.
You're going to be dead in 60 years. Well, I've been working on a belated
Sad.
birthday present for you.
For all of us.
Well,
But
more
true.
of a belated birthday medical procedure. Well, technically, it's a medical experiment. What's important is it's a present.
We fire at Aperture Labs, we fire the whole bullet. 25% more bullet per bullet, or something. If that's, like, tied to a joke I was telling, but
That jumpsuit you're
they
wearing
do
is
fire
cute.
a lot of bullets.
That's not
These
me
things
talking.
do have
It's right here
a
in your
lot of
phone.
bullets in them.
On other people, it looks fine. But right here, a scientist has noted that on you...
Let's
looks
do it.
stupid. Well, what does a neck-bearded old engineer know about fashion? He probably...
Ow, ow,
Oh,
ow. This
wait,
is a good
it's
room.
a she.
I like this room.
Still,
This room
what
you
does
have to
she
use the
know?
shields to
Oh,
protect
wait,
yourself from the
it says she
guns.
has a medical
And not get
degree
shot.
in fashion, from France.
And here you can go behind the portal wall and fuck these dudes up. Similarly, go through this one. Fuck that dude up. Good shit. Hi, friends. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't... Gotta make a wall. Gotta make a wall faster than that. Guys were shooting as I was loading in. Good checkpoint. That wall in place. Get us some cover. Here we want to block our swing up here, our launch, and drop in on these motherfuckers. Hit him with the good old block them up. Block them up real good. Easy, easy. You can watch Kamen Rider on Tubi if you want.
To find two with your last name.
I'm not really, I don't watch that much live action TV, honestly. Pluribus is like the first new show that I've watched in a minute. And also like the first one that I feel like I'm committing to. I do watch a lot of anime though. I watch a lot of anime.
Telling you would spoil.
Is Kamen Rider anime? I think it's like a Sentai show, right?
It involves meeting two people you haven't seen in a long time.
Oh boy, a reunion. Can't you go through there? I feel like there's a secret room over there. Yeah, we need to get like a laser redirection cube or something. To hold it down to laser them. Grab this, and then we'll be able to laser the rest of them. Anyway, that's all fun. I'll say with these, like, playthrough streams, I never know how much to bring in. You know, how much is fair to bring in as far as, like, things to talk about. With the viewer levels on Fridays, I feel like those have been well established as, like, great places to talk about things. You know, between every level is a great time to bring up an anime or a show or whatever. Meanwhile, with the other streams, it's like, when am I going to find time to talk about XYZ? You know, what if there's no time whatsoever? What if there's too much time? It's hard to balance ahead of time, and I feel like just going off the cuff and being a little bit loosey-goosey, it's just more fun anyway.
Well, I know it wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin.
That said, if you're wondering, like, why do I bring the cards to the viewer level streams, a big part of it is just that if I don't have the cards, I will forget about stuff to talk about that's big in the news. For instance, last time, and this is something I just remembered I didn't do, because I haven't been using the cards the whole stream. Last time, I, like, totally did not, talk about, Mamdami. I didn't talk about his big win, and how happy I am for New York City. Good on you, New York. Mamdami seems like a great guy, and for once you have a mayor who will not embarrass you. In general, at parties, either way, you know, it seems like that was a real problem New York has had for a bit. Embarrassing mayors, whether they are just like, you know, become weirdo conservative fuck boys. How would you describe Rudy Giuliani? What is the what conservative gremlin, conservative idiots, an absolute moron? Like, what are the words that describe Rudy Giuliani was to New York City for the last, like, ages? The last one was kind of a liar and a thief, and his, like, centrist replacement was Cuomo, who was himself openly canceled already. Criminal, felon. Yeah, there you go. Conservative gargoyle. That's a good turn of phrase for that guy. He is kind of a gargoyle. He is kind of just had a good opportunity to get onto the world stage with. I don't want to be like, you know, obviously 9/11 was a tragedy, but, you know, Rudy Giuliani kind of got lucky that fell into his lap, because otherwise people would probably not think that much about him, you know? How do we do this? I need to drop it onto the door. Need to drop the block onto the door. Also need it so that it is blocking blocking the laser. Oh, there. That's the. I need to put the right onto there. That's the kick it. Okay, I got it. I knew the basics of the solution, but I thought I had to drop it onto this. But it's the other way. I started off on that, and then from there I drop it onto the block. I got this. It's nice that that piece of shit was just pardoned. Oh, yeah. Like the president pardoned total asshole idiot former New York mayor who was about to be former New York mayor, and like Cuomo was lined up to be replacement guy.
I forgot about your surprise.
I will say this about Monami's victory, like just to put it in perspective.
I'm getting choked up just thinking.
It is really weird that they ran fucking Cuomo against Monami, considering that, like, Cuomo is an asshole felon idiot, you know? Like, you'd have a better candidate if you ran the, like, what was the treasure hunter from, Indiana Jones, who was also a Nazi collaborator? If you ran him, you would have better chances than Cuomo. That guy is a less poisoned candidate than Cuomo was, basically. He was ran out in shame, and is also just an idiot, dipshit asshole who just says, like, you know, vaguely nice-sounding phrases, like, to be clear. Like, probably a big part of why Mondami was able to win is that the centrists found literally the worst possible person to represent their interests in the New York area. A literal sex offender, basically. Accused sex offender. I feel like it. Was he accused or prosecuted? I don't know the extent to which that was verified or, you know, found to be true in a court of law, but he is... People don't like sex offenders, especially not Democrats. Republicans, you know, we're like, you know, it's not a deal breaker for them. It's not a deal breaker for Republicans, but for Democrats, sex offense is like right up there as far as deal breakers go. I say that. He got like 40% of the vote, of the New York votes. Rich people, man. The wealthy. He got like 39%. They seem okay with it, like way too okay.
Initiating surprise in 3, 2, 1.
Surprise!
I made it all up.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't even talked about that whole thread.
Oh,
We just sort of ignored it as it was happening.
Better, they abandoned you at birth. So I very seriously doubt they'd even want to see you.
I think this thread about, like, Shell's parentage, I don't think even the first time I was really very interested or very willing to hear her out. Like, you know, GLADOS is not someone who operates in good faith. At least, like, at this point in the game. Like, anytime GLADOS is saying something, you can just very easily say, like, yeah, okay, I'll believe it when I'll see it. Congratulations to Mondami. Better luck next time, centrists. I hope we can repeat this all over, you know, various Democrat cities. And also, I hope that a lot of Democratic senators and the like can be primaried. Oh, hey, did you hear that the the shutdown is over? Yeah, apparently like 8 fuckers caved to Republican demands while Republicans were being actively booed out in public. These people, these fucking loosey-goosey centrist Democrats, right-wing Democrats, they're idiots. They're cowards, and they cannot, for the life of them, like, stand up to any sort of pressure. It's a miracle they made it a month. Honestly, it's a miracle they made it a month, but, like, man, I hope they all get primaried by their own mandamis. I hope they all get a little mandami in the mail, you know. Again, I don't know, like, how many of them are, like, sex offenders, you know? Certainly seems like a good predictor of democratic failure, democratic unelectability, if you are a sex offender. But, like, you know, not all of them are. Only some of them. Enough talk about politics. Shout out to Mandami. I hope that all of his policy agenda comes together as much as he is hoping. You know, it is like that scene of an airplane where, you know, we all pop in, you know, and say, like, we just want you to know, we're all counting on you. And, you know, rinse repeat like 5 times. We are all counting on you, New York. I don't quite know how that translates to me getting anything good here in Texas, but, you know, hey, make a successful, socialist state, and maybe some of that will, knock on. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, ooh, do this. Hide behind the block. Beautiful. I love how easy it is to kill robots with lasers in this game. That's just lovely. That's just lovely.
To those parents you are trying to reach do not love you, please hang up.
Oh no!
But
It is sad. How the hell do I get to that door? Oh, this is all portal proof. No portal is involved. I can use my portals. But that still doesn't help me because there's a gap here. How do I do? Is this the first puzzle where I don't know where to do it? Bridge. Oh, bridge! Yes, do a bridge! That's right, the bridge. Wait, I fucked something up by doing that. Oh! I made a bridge under my block. Fortunately, putting another portal up, unborks it. Perfect. There we go. I was about to try to fling myself and try to, like, get some height and then fall and then, like, maneuver in the air, like, as I, you know, do a momentum type thing. But bridge is much better. Not even sure you can get that sort of momentum in this, on that, test chamber.
Hey, how's it going? I talked my way onto the old nanobot work crew rebuilding this shaft. They are really small. So, oh, I know, Jerry. No, I'm on a break. Ow! Just hang in there for 5 more. What, Jerry? You can't fire me for that. Yes, Jerry. Or maybe your prejudiced worksite should have accommodated a nanobot of my size. Thanks for the hate crime, Jer. See you in court, mate. Anyway, look, just hang in there for 5 more chambers.
5 more chambers. That's, I don't think that's actually true. Is that actually true? That might actually be true.
Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while. So
I'll know when we're getting to a point. It's like 9 o'clock now. We've been going around 2 hours. Nice. Good, solid progress. Good fucking stream. I think here's what I think. I think let's get to... Let's drop down. Let's get to the big cutscene at the end of this portion. And then, let's end for the first stream. Let's take our time with Portal 2. Portal 2 is a lovely game. I also think that, like, the Cave Johnson portion of the game is just so lovely, just so good, just so fun. I wouldn't mind having a whole week just to, like, really soak in Cave Johnson. You know? And then maybe the final finale portion, like, week 3? Yeah, spreading across 3 weeks sounds good. Not so long streams, like 3 hours apiece. That sounds like a good plan to me. Let's figure out this room. Lasers are good. What the hell am I gonna call this VOD? I don't know. I feel like if we got to Cave Johnson's portions, like, there's just some very obvious, like, you know, just throw Cave Johnson in the VOD name, and it writes itself basically, because Cave Johnson is basically like the well, I was about to say he's like the Cave Johnson is a enigmatic figure in the same way that, like, the guy from TF2 is. I feel like, what do you think as far as, like, rankings of enigmatic figures in, like, Valve games? Do you think that Cave Johnson is more enigmatic than, like, the Australian thing, The Adventures of Wheatley? It is very easy to put Wheatley in a title for a Portal 2 stream. Wheatley's fucking great. We all love Wheatley. We will not regret loving Wheatley. No one ever regrets loving Wheatley, to be clear. But also, like, you know, 2 streams from now, when we get to the end game, there's also some lovely, perfect opportunities to put Wheatley in the title of a stream. No one ever regrets loving Wheatley is pretty good. Wheatley is pretty good. That's not bad. That has a certain flourish to it. And it's accurate. No one ever regrets it. You know, we're gonna see some plot stuff eventually in the future. But we will never stop loving Wheatley. We will never stop loving him. He will remain in our thoughts and prayers. Where the fuck am I going with this? He will remain our all-time favorites as far as, like, characters in this game to go. Cave Johnson and the Secretary. I forget the Secretary's name. She has a name. And obviously she has, like, a place in the lore, which if you played the game, you might remember. It's a whole thing. As far as that goes. Listen to the dialogue. I said some shit early on about listening to the dialogue. How we all like to listen to the dialogue or whatever the fuck. You could spin that into a stream title. It just also could refer very easily to any other story-based game where the plot is good and you want to hear it. It's just not the most specific thing in the world. I like a specific stream title. I like it when it could only refer to this particular chunk of game, and if you read it, you know, you go like, ah, that's a good funny little title there, and you also go, I know which section of the game this VOD entails. Like, those are typically my goals when I come up with a VOD title. I also just like I forgot the cube. Got my cube. Wait, how the fuck do I... Well, you know what I just need to do? I just need to do this. Send it over ahead of time. Beautiful. I do like, you know, I do like the meta aspect, by the way, personally, of like coming up with it in the moment, you know, during the stream. Like, it can feel, I feel like, a little self-indulgent at times to be like talking about it openly hours before I have to actually make a decision. But you know, I've listened to a lot of podcasts that do the same thing, and that's really where my inspiration comes as far as that goes. Just like, you know, anytime a podcast ever says like, I think we found the episode title, that's basically what I'm going for when I start talking about VOD titles in the middle of a stream. Like, same sort of thought process. And I hope that getting bogged down in like the you know, obviously I also just get like, I feel like I have to explain it because it's less of a thing with streams. But whatever.
I thought about
Whatever.
the dilemma, and I came up with a solution that I honestly think works out best for one of both of us.
One of both of us. Nice. I hope I'm that one. I hope Shell is the one that it works out for. I've been playing some other stuff too.
Federal regulations require me to warn you that this next test chamber is looking pretty good. That's right.
Let's hold back
The
for a
facility
second.
is completely operational again.
Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. It looks nice. It actually looks better than it did in Portal 1. Like, the graphics had improved significantly, I think. Graphics, style, etc. They knew how to use the Xbox better at this point in the generation. Or I guess, like, PC hardware probably also had advanced at the same time. It's pretty sick out there. I'll say, I have been playing, did play a bunch of games over the weekend. I'll say in general. I always am playing games. A lot of games. Obviously, played a bunch off my retro handheld, the AYN Thor. Ein Thor? Might be pronounced Ein. I'm not clear on that. Whether it's AYN or Ein. But I'll say I did check out the beta for Kirby Air Riders. I gotta say, folks, I don't think I care for it. I don't think that's a game for me. Honestly, it just felt like chaos incarnate. You know, like if I were to describe my feeling, I went through the tutorial, which was pretty whatever, didn't really inspire that much feeling in me. Doesn't really feel great as far as the handling goes, and I feel like the lack of buttons feels like a gimmick, especially when you have such functions as like, oh, twiddle the sticks to like do a spin, and it's just like, you have tons of buttons, man. Just put it on a button, and that would be a lot more responsive than twiddle your thumbs. You know, Sakurai, please think before you, can I just do something like this? Like, just... I think they all have to be activated continuously, so no. Like, I kind of feel like Sakurai didn't think through the consequences of, like, putting everything on one button like that. It's kind of goofy in a way that I don't think is positive, unfortunately. I think it is... We have to do some junk here to redirect the lasers properly. Do we only have the two blocks? Is this something where we need to, like... Oh, I think I know. I think we need to, like, redirect through the single portal. Nice. That's cool. This is a cool game with cool puzzles, and I enjoy solving them. This ain't it. What if I put this there? No, then only one of them goes through. Okay, what if I put this here, and now I can... There we go. That's the answer. Puzzles are fun. These are good puzzles. Puzzles are fun. These are good puzzles. Look at us. We're solving a puzzle. How do you like that? I hope you do. That's sort of the bread and butter of Portal. Also the comedy. The comedy is great. Even if you aren't, even the puzzles are easy. The comedy, I think, buoy the experience so much. Mwah.
You just have to look at things objectively, see what you don't need anymore, and
Yeah.
the fact.
That's exactly how I solved that puzzle, GLADOS. You're right. I looked at things objectively, and then figured it out. And looked at what I had. I did use everything. I didn't leave anything on the table. Not like a hidden area behind this or something, right? Nah, it's all just... Yeah. This chamber does look great. I'll say of Kirby. I did the... after I did the tutorials, I managed to get in for one game of the open world thing, the city trial. And... man, I feel like it is a racing game made by the guy who did Smash Brothers. ... But specifically a racing game where the items are on. You know, it is like Smash Brothers when the items are on, and it's full chaos, and suddenly there's giant fucking Gordos raining from the sky, and I just don't see how it becomes fun. And just like, oh, I'm just driving around aimlessly, trying to collect little icons that appear randomly right before me as I'm driving around. There's no way to react to it. And then after that, you participate in an event, and hopefully you pick the right one.
Not a fake tragic surprise like last time.
Also, weird thing, it seemed like the one match that I did.
And
she's
time. The good stuff. Our last bag. Part of me is going to miss it, but at the end of the day,
Listen to the dialogue.
it was
Listen to the
just
dialogue.
Taking up space.
Nothing ominous about that. Nothing ominous about that at all. That all sounds pretty good to me. No, nothing to worry about there. Yeah, hey, Romaction. Portal, that song at the end of Portal does indeed rule. The cred song. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. Very funny song. So yeah, I'm not feeling Kirby Air Riders. I don't think I'll get it. Even if Ado or Adeline or whatever her name is, even if both of them are in it, I'm not gonna go for it. I'm going to just notice there's like a no drinking indicator. Is that ever turned on ever for any test chamber in these games? I don't know that there are water fountains in these test chambers, so you don't really need a no drinking warning. I don't think. Romaction says he knows the whole thing. By memory, it's hard to type out though. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the sake of those of us, except, I fucked it up, except the ones who are dead. For the sake of all of us. Except the ones who are dead.
Who turned off the lights?
Hey, buddy. I'm speaking in an accent that is beyond her range of hearing. I know I'm early, but we have to go right now. Walk
Such a good
casually
joke.
toward my position, and we'll go shut her down.
Okay, I'm just going to mosey over. Let me look over here, see what this switch does. Oh, it does nothing. Timestamp, we're escaping. Hey, it's time for the timestamp. It goes in before Wheatley says his piece.
Look, Metal Ball, I can hear you.
Run,
Let's
run,
do
run,
it.
the voice, run,
You don't have to do the voice.
run.
Wheatley's so funny. We all love Wheatley. We will never regret loving Wheatley. No one has ever regretted loving Wheatley. Never, never, never. Hasn't happened before. Will never happen. Let's do it. It's time to escape.
Run.
Run, run, run.
Keep moving, just keep moving.
For the people who are still alive.
Irony is
Oh,
you
Romaction's been doing it in chat. Very good, Romaction. Yeah, it's a great song.
Just do it. Trust me.
I remember a lot of it as well.
Whatever asinine plan your friend came up with.
Hey, let's do the bad ending. Let's hear what his reaction is.
There's a deer. You probably can't see it. Get closer.
You come over here, you get gassed. And he's like, wait, why did you do that? That song is in Rock Band, right? Is it? That's interesting. I never got into the plastic instrument
The
scene.
irony is you were
I don't
almost
know
the
how
last
to
hit.
play them.
Here it is.
So never had Rock
Maybe
Band,
just do
never,
it. Trust me, it's an easier way out than
It's one of
whatever
those,
asinine
like,
plan your
in-person
friend came up
multiplayer things that I never,
How stupid
did,
is
never
she?
got into.
Oh,
Hey, thanks for stopping by, Rome Action. I'll say again, what I said earlier, there's gonna be a bunch of streams this week. Look for one tomorrow, look for one the next day. All 5 days of this week, I'm gonna do something. I might even do something on Saturday, why not?
come on.
Do something on Saturday as well. Well, if I think of something good that I can do in like an hour Saturday morning, I'll do something fun. Drunk nights on Rock Band were amazing. I'll just have to take your word for it. It's a shame that like died. I feel like, you know, it's feels like the kind of thing that should exist still.
Look out for gunfire. Probably doesn't help at this point, but I haven't been trying.
I'm good, Wheatley. I'm not alive. Also, I love you, and I mean that. You know, it's not like it's not like you know, idiocracy greeter saying I love you, even though I don't.
This way, this way.
Too much, too fast? How do you mean? Like, the stream's too much, too fast? Don't shoot me! Right, yeah, too many games. Rock Band did sort of become like a platform, right? Like, it did sort of become like a DLC machine, where people played like one game and just bought DLC for it forever, right? Except it wasn't forever, and when generations came and went, they came and went without. Oh, I see. Nice. That's a puzzle as well. Rock Band and Guitar Heroes. It isn't. Wait, it's in Fortnite? Wait, if you plug in a guitar controller into Fortnite, does it work?
Hurry! This way!
Yes? That's great. I did see, Fortnite-wise, I did see The Simpsons have had a whole good time, and you can hang out in The Simpsons home and sit on the couch. That's very funny that you can do couch gags in Fortnite. That's hilarious. If you have one for the current systems, it does work. Vokoda over there playing with the brothers now. Nice. I haven't gotten into Fortnite. You know, Thursday stream, I've never played Fortnite. I have considered it at times, like, would it be fun to have a stream where I tried out some free-to-play games I never got into. Maybe it doesn't have to be a whole stream of, like, multiple of those. Maybe just, like, would y'all like to see me play Fortnite for the first time? Would that be fun? Does it give you cool skins to start with? It's dark. It's dark.
All right, so I've got an idea, but it is bloody dangerous.
Sure?
Here we go. Ah! Oh, for God's sake!
Not for free?
That if I ever turn this flashlight on, I would die. They told me that.
I would buy one skin.
Give me this stuff if they didn't
I would buy one skin. It'd be fun if...
Ooh, it's dark down around here, isn't it?
Would it be like chat's decision
They
or
say
something?
the old caretaker
Would
of
that
this
be a
place
fun
is
thing to do?
absolutely crazy.
Like if I had to just
Chopped
get
up
one?
his entire staff.
What fucking skin would I get?
All of them robots.
$10 for the Pash, and it has
Still
Marge,
weird
Homie,
screens.
and Flanders.
Replicas.
That's pretty
All
good.
of them functionally indistinguishable from the originals. No memory of the incident. Nobody knows what they're screaming about.
I'm talking over a perfectly good, funny story.
Though obviously not paranormal in any meaningful way.
Obviously not paranormal. That, yes. That's a good story about a robot who screams sometimes. You know, when being disassembled or whatever.
Must be around here somewhere.
Very sad. No, they don't know what they're screaming about anymore or
Careful,
whatever.
careful. Wait, careful.
I caught
Let me
some
light
of
this
it,
jump for you.
and I remember some more.
Okay, this looks dangerous. I'll hold the light steady. Oh, nicely done.
When you say it comes with, you have to like do do some grinding, do some playing of the no build is still like on there, right? I would do no build if I did anything, I think. You do have to play, yes. Do you start with one? Do you get like Marge or Homie or Flanders up front?
Careful, careful. Wait, careful. Let me light this jump for you.
How does it work? Do you play to get them, or do you? Are there loot boxes? Like, what if you
I'll
want?
hold the light steady.
Is there a way to like randomly get Bart, for instance? Did they put Skinner in the game? They should put Skinner in the game. I think I've said before that Skinner should be in there.
This way. Here's an interesting story. You might like this.
I died again in the same place. I would like to hear the story, Wheatley. I would like you to tell me the story. I just have to stop dying.
Let me light this jump for you.
It's all XP based. Even like if you want Bart,
I'll hold the light steady. Oh,
how do you get Bart?
Quick, this way.
Bart is paid. That makes sense. Bart, you gotta pay for. Bart is a premium. Bart is an upsell. He is outside the pass. Lisa as well. No Apu. I assume there's no Apu. That's right out. If Fortnite had been 20 years ago, you bet your ass Apu would have been in there.
Sorry about that. That's just
Lisa isn't in there yet? She's not? Who is in there? Oh, tomorrow she is. What are the skins what are the Simpsons skins in Fortnite? Also, did they do Futurama yet? Krusty is paid. Oh, Krusty's really good. I think I wouldn't mind getting Krusty. Who else we got? Who else we got?
Portal up to that passage, and I'll see you on the other side.
Bender, Fry, and Leela are all paid. That's a pretty good selection. You gotta get Bender.
Can you reach that wall
Bender, of the three of them, it's Bender, right? Fry and Leela are also fantastic. What minor character from Futurama would you want? Kroger? Oh, Zap Brannigan. You gotta get Zap Brannigan in there. The chef? What about the chef?
Oh, I'll tell you, humans. Oh, love them. Just the way they look.
Morbo? Morbo would be funny. Morbo would be good.
Wonderful and very colourful.
Zoidberg? Ooh, yeah, Zoidberg. Bart, Krusty are paid. Marge, Homer, and Flanders are in the pass. That's not bad. They still can add more, right? Like, do they ever go back and like say, you know, hey, here's more Family Guy skins. Here's more
Well, I'm gonna take this rail.
do they ever go back and add more? Like, is Zoidberg possible? Yes? Well, let's hope. And let's also hope for more Simpson skins. Yeah, that's an idea for Thursday. Let's pencil that in. Should I play it on the PC or on the fuck the Xbox? Play it on the Switch 2. Switch 2 version. Is the Switch 2 version good? Did they do a Switch 2 Fortnite? Did they do that update? I'm pretty sure they did, yeah? Yep, okay. We'll do Switch 2. That sounds good. Easy. And it is very easy to capture Switch 2
Please do not engage
versus
with
like
turrets
PC.
heading
Yeah, it
towards
can be a
redemption.
whole Xbox or PlayStation, you don't need Live or Plus, but I like playing on Switch 2. And Switch 2 has the portable factor, you know. I don't care about the... I'm aware it's free to play,
Turret
even
redemption
without
lines are not
Xbox Live or
Please
whatever.
exit the turret redemption line.
I'm aware that it's free to play, it's just, you know... I'd rather play it on Switch, regardless of whether I'd have to pay for it. Or, you know, regardless of, like, online freeness. And I do have, Nintendo Online, but that's immaterial to, again, it's free. This is a cool bit. We're gonna sabotage the things. The sentries. Easier players on Switch usually. Oh, is it all separated by platform? Like Xbox versus PlayStation versus whatever? I'm fine with whatever. You know, I don't need the toughest customers. And like I said, like the portable factor would make it easier to play. Unless you crossplay. So like I would have to get someone else in the lobby.
Template.
Should I be like duoing or something when I play? Like Thursday, y'all want to come by? Do you want to make it like a hangout situation? Is Fortnite better to play with people?
Response.
Oh, brilliant! You made it through. Well done. Follow me. You're gonna love this.
Template.
If you are on Switch and they were on PC, it would be a mix. Okay.
Ta-da! Only the turret control
You know, I
center.
haven't...
Thank you
I
very
bought
much.
that fucking
See that scanner
USB
out there?
camera
It's deciding
for
which
my
turrets to keep
Switch
and
2.
which to toss.
Still
And
haven't
using
had an
that master
opportunity to
turret
use
there
it.
as a template. Now, if we pull out the template turret, it'll shut down the whole production line. Right. I'm gonna have to hack the door so that we can get at it. Cool.
This is a good bit.
You'll need to turn around while I do this.
Okay, I understand. You can't do it while I'm watching.
Done. Hacked.
Template.
Nice
Okay,
job.
Just pull that turret out.
Good work.
Well, that should do it.
Template missing. Continuing from memory.
Oh, it hasn't done it. Right, let's figure out how to stop this turret line.
Response.
Have you got any ideas?
No, I
Any
don't.
ideas? Any ideas?
Come up with...
No?
Just keep talking for like the next 10 minutes while I go grab, I know what to do. I know how you do this. Fortnite is more fun with friends. I've heard that, yeah.
Response.
Should
Tell you what,
definitely
here's a plan.
do
Let's just both
Fortnite.
continue contemplating.
Let's pencil that in for Thursday. That sounds like a Thursday night, Thursday evening stream. Say like 8 o'clock? Say 8 p.m. and we'll do a couple hours of that. And have a good time.
Ah, no, I've got it. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh,
Don't worry, I got this, Wheatley.
all right, good.
I love you and all, but
Template. Response.
I'm on top of this.
Response.
I played with a friend a while back. Good skims seem pay to win. Okay, I gotta say, I gotta just like push back on that.
I'm actually over here still thinking really
Template.
hard.
No offense to chat, but like, a skin is not pay to win. It's just pay. You don't win or lose more based on whether you have a skin. You know?
Response.
What happens if I just throw this guy off?
Template.
Oh, he doesn't respond at all. He isn't like, oh, damn.
Response.
Anime betrayal here. I thought you were my friend, but you just threw me to the wolves. Just no comments. No comment as he died. Well, the next one is just as good. More where that came from.
What do you have there?
So now we have the defective
What are
turrets.
Template.
We stick that into the template,
Oh, brilliant.
and now
That's
her
brilliant.
turrets are
New
busted.
template accepted.
If we're lucky, she won't find.
I would say the only advantage of the skin is if more camo or some shit, but it's Fortnite. Yeah, the skins are like more conspicuous. You're fucking Vegeta running around there, fucking Homer Simpson, Bart in a mech costume, in a mech suit. They're not camouflaged. Tell me more skins, I should. You know what? We should have a whole portion of the game where we just browse the skin shop and I just look at all the premium skins.
Just mention in the future, cough or something. All right, now she can't use her turrets, so let's go and take care of that neurotoxin generator as well.
I can buy a few skins. Are there like sales on skins? Are there like $5 skins, you know, ones that have been out for a while? Can I get a good deal on All Might? You know? Can I get a good Bakugo deal?
That did not end well.
I would take a Bakugo for $5. I'll say this. If I can get Bakugo for $5, I will buy Bakugo. Bakugo's in there, right? Bakugo is they did My Hero Academia like a year or two ago, right? I can get a Bakugo, correct? I would do a Bakugo for $5. I'll say that right here and now. If it's 10, I'll think about it. $5 Bakugo, I'll do that. Potato Power, Veggie Voltage. Are these all on the same theme? I don't think that's how school fairs worked when I was a kid. Yes-ish, there's usually a bundle with a Fortnite skin and some V-Bucks for $5, but not a licensed skin. So like $5, you're just looking at the banana or something, right? I don't know why you would pay for the banana, but I guess, you know, they gotta have like a range of... Are there like sales? Licensed skins are about 15. Ooh, $5 Bakugo is asking for a lot. Actually,
as good as the professionals, you know, they're just
you think it'd be 10?
Look at that, it's growing right up into the ceiling.
Wow.
It's probably overrun with potatoes at this point, isn't it? At least you won't starve, though.
Is that how potatoes work? I've never seen a potato like this. Most of the potatoes I eat are like just, you know, potato-sized. They don't necessarily grow into entire situations. But I believe that they could. I feel like any potato that I would eat would probably be dead before I eat it. But maybe they're not. Maybe they're alive, and they're ready to grow at any time if you let them, and if nature takes its way. Most of the potatoes you eat are fried. That might be the case for me as well. Yeah. I do have a baked potato on occasion. My ma, you know, like half Irish. So we gotta have potatoes, you know, for our grain. You know, whenever I go over and have dinner with them, potatoes is often on the menu. But, feel like there's very few restaurants where you could get a non-potato French fry potato, you know? Like, okay, yeah, there's some restaurants where you get like a side of mashed potatoes. I always get a side of like mac and cheese and like a vegetable. So like, very rarely do I get like a side of mashed potatoes.
Have to apply some cleverness. There's some sort of control room up at the top, so let's go and investigate.
Potato touched the wrong goo and got some mutation. Maybe it's mutated, I don't know. Aperture Science is a weird place.
There's our handiwork. I shouldn't laugh, really. They do feel pain, of a sort. It's all simulated, you know. But real enough for them, I suppose.
I like how they yell when they're being tossed out. Things like, why? What did I do wrong? I'm correctly made, you know? It is weird that I am being thrown out. We should have hung back and like listened to their plaintiff's cries earlier. It's too late to hear their plaintive cries at this point of the game, sadly. But just know, they do plaint. They do definitely plaint.
We don't know where those panels it's cutting are going. Could be somewhere important. Although, what are you doing? We don't know what that button. Oh, well done.
Good button. Good button. Don't worry about it.
I can use this equipment to shut down the neurotoxins. It is, however, password protected.
You like a crispy potato? I don't know what that means. Like, is that somewhere between like a, I've had mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, sweet potatoes, French fries. I don't know what a crispy... Hash browns. Oh, okay. I know what hash browns are. Yeah.
No, it's down. Sorry, my mistake. I meant to say it's down 50%. It's good news. Carry on.
Okay. I'm doing it. We're about to get to the showdown.
Still going. Keep it up.
We're heading into showdown fries. I don't really have tater tots ever. I'm not really a big tater tot man.
Hold on.
We're about to get to the big finale, which means that I guess we didn't find time to talk about like I've been playing a little bit of Link to the Past on my Thor. We didn't find time to talk about that. Nor did we find time to talk about one thing I did see. I saw a random YouTube video about speaking of potatoes. I saw a random YouTube person talking about the new Plants vs. Zombies thing, and talking about Plants vs. Zombies as if it's one of their favorite games of all time. Is that like a popular opinion of like people who are younger than me? I kind of feel like Plants vs. Zombies was just like a thing from like 5-10 years ago, and it was fine, but like nothing special, you know, and probably not as big as like Bejeweled or some of the other games that PopCap had. But maybe people are quite fond, I don't know. News to me. I bet people younger than me specifically.
I knew this would be fun.
Great internet browser game. I'll say, I've had some dumb ideas. I recently, one last thought here before we get into the end game. We're about to head into the end, the big finale. You know, the end of the game, presumably, if you're playing this for the first time. And the end of the stream. We're gonna end the stream after this showdown. I will say I had like an idea. I had some ideas, you know, as I was thinking about like what streams I could do this week. I had some ideas that would probably be like the worst ideas I could think of. One idea I had was that recently YouTube did put up like an article basically saying like what you could do to start streaming. And one thing they had as a suggestion is like, you should try the YouTube playables. You know, they're like Flash mobile game type situation things that they have. And one idea that I had was like, oh, I could actually try those out and actually like take YouTube at their word and give that an honest go. Maybe that could be funny, or at the very least interesting. Another idea I had on that vein was like, it'd be cool to try out a bunch of like, or go back and try out a bunch of like Newgrounds type stuff. And a third worse variant of that is like, what if I got like you know, dirty with it? Obviously I could not stream this live on Twitch or YouTube, but maybe I could stream it in the Discord and then put up a heavily censored version of just like, let's go look at the pornography on Newgrounds, if that's still accessible, and just think about like how weird that is. Could you like censor that enough that YouTube wouldn't have a problem with the VOD? You know, put like black bars over all the naughty stuff. You can totally stream on Discord in like a private channel, you know. You know, like do a group call thing. I could like record it and be on live on there, but you know, it would be without the censorship because you know, I wouldn't be able to censor it in real time. That is a really bad idea, probably, and I bet the YouTube, even if that were, like, allowed, they wouldn't smile on it. And it definitely would have to be, like, rated, you know, I feel like many, it seems like the best policy to avoid, like, restricted videos, you know, to avoid marking your videos as for adults only, but, like, that would have to be marked for adults only, for sure. How bad of an idea is that? Lego Party is going to be on Netflix. I heard Lego Party is really good. Should we do a Lego Party stream before the end of the year? Would anyone like to Lego Party with me? I should probably get Lego Party. Remind me next week, Lego Party sometime? You would party sometime? We got like a half dozen idea for like semi-collab streams that we should do at some point. Yeah. I think that's it. Oh, also I have like one terrible standing idea, which would be like streaming me working on the Twitch clipping and like the making YouTube shorts. That would be like so meta and would just be a way to like peek behind the curtain. But also it'd be like hard to make that interesting because it is just basically going through an old VOD and looking for good bits. And probably just one particular VOD, because you can't, it does take me like hours to go. If I have like a 4-hour VOD to go through, it probably takes like 2 hours in minimum. Behind the scenes streams are good. Yeah, I do feel like that might be one of the worst ideas for a stream I have, though, so I don't plan on it, I'll say. But like I said, when I was going through like all the... there's a lot of menial clerical type work involved in doing the stream and stuff. Like I said, I just cut out the intros of 500 VODs the last 2 days. Some of that could be content, but it's like probably a bad idea. And probably would make for a very weird VOD. And also I probably couldn't clip that much from it, especially, right? It was a supplemental, I don't see an issue. Yeah, that's true. I can do whatever I want. That is also true. There's a part of me that just wants to make every stream, like, as good as it can be, as sensible as it can be, and have a reason for every single stream that I stream. But, on a certain level, that's silly. I know. On another level, it kind of makes sense, Like I said earlier, when I was looking through like the older streams, which were very much made Twitch first without the consideration for what they would look like when they were archived on YouTube, it's like, some of the earlier streams that I archived are just like, here's the starts of Donkey Kong Jungle Beats, some Mario Maker 2 viewer levels, and also a random dungeon of Link Between Worlds. And I just look at those older streams and go like, you can't even sum that up in a title, let alone thumbnail. You just have to put 3 games in the thumbnail. What the hell is that? What the hell was I thinking back then? Which was that, yeah, I was streaming on Twitch and not worried about, like, the VOD at all. Different state of mind to be in, I guess. Different state of mind to be in. People like to connect with their streamers. True. And that's why a lot of streamers stream more than twice a week. It's more active, more present, etc. This week is going to be a big one for that. Anyway, that's enough fucking random thoughts before we finish this.
It's not fun at all.
Folks, we're heading towards a confrontation. A confrontation with GLADOS. The timestamp just happened on the VOD. People coming in want the timestamp. You missed a last final digression. Don't worry about it though. Just like some last thoughts I was having before we end the end game here. We're going to fight GLADOS. Wheatley is explaining that in a very funny fashion.
I'm going the wrong way. Get to her. I'll find you.
This is it, I think. And after the confrontation ends, we will, once we get where we're going from there, let's say, we will end the stream and we will come back next week. This has been around a 2.5 hour stream, I would say. Good length, not bad. I have been thinking recently, could go for some shorter streams. That would be nice on my schedule, nice on my life balance situation. And this was fun. And also, again, Hit 500 tonight. That was really good. Really good to hit 500. GLADOS emergency shuts down and cake dispensary keep unlocked. It's a joke. We all know it's fake.
I honestly, truly didn't.
It's
think
funny
you'd fall
though.
for that.
We love it.
In fact, I devised a
You
much
think that
more
the cake
elaborate
joke was
transfer plan for when you got
overplayed?
through this easy
No,
one.
we love it. It's
If I'd
fine.
known you let yourself get captured this easily, I would have just
Was
hanged
at
a
this
prison
point
leg on a
it
rope from the ceiling.
facing allegations of being overplayed?
Well,
It might have
it was
been.
nice catching up. Let's
But
get
like,
to
you
business.
can't have your Portal game without
You brought
jokes.
something stronger
You
than a
can't
portal gun this
take the
time.
jokes out just because
I
like,
realized
oh,
I played you about
people
to
think they're
become the
cringe
immediate
now.
past president
Some of
of
the jokes are
VODs.
cringe.
Uh-huh.
You gotta write around them now.
Goodbye.
I love that one. That's my favorite of the of the turrets. Is that the thumbnail? Can I get the sentry turret on the thumbnail? That'd be very funny to put that one on the thumbnail of all the fucking things in this part of the game.
Suppose we could just
GLADOS
sit
is
and
right
stare
fucking
at
there.
each other until
Is she
somebody
not going to
drops
be in the
dead.
thummy?
But I have a better idea. It's
I
your
could
old
put that
friend,
fucking
Dead
box on
Neighbor
the thumbnail. I don't care.
If I were you, I'd take a deep breath.
I think it's a pretty distinct part of this particular moment of the game. I like the sound of that a bunch. How many other thumbnails on YouTube have that fucking box on them?
That's funny.
Well,
I don't feel
probably there's a
proud.
lot of people who have streamed this game, and probably a lot of people who give a shit about their thumbnails and actually, like, you know, try to pick something good out that is relatively unique.
Floor transfer.
So I'll bet the number isn't 0,
Substitute core.
but it's
Substitute core.
probably not that high. I don't know.
Yes.
Corrupted core. Are you ready to start the procedure?
No.
Oh, yes, she is.
No. No.
Stalemate.
Stalemate detected.
Transfer procedure cannot continue.
Yes.
Unless a stalemate associate is present to press the stalemate resolution button.
Pull me out. Leave me in. Leave me in. Go press it.
This is a good bit.
Yes, do it.
It's gonna be over pretty quickly though,
You not so fast. Think about this.
because, you know,
You need to
I
be
know
a
how to
trained
get past
stalemate
this
associate to
with
press
my
that
portal
button.
gun.
You're unqualified.
I know how to get past this as well. Again, portal gun. I click the button,
Stalemate resolved.
and now we get to see a lovely scene. Let's enjoy it.
Here we go. Wait, what if this
And then
hurts?
there'll be a
What if
bit,
this really hurts?
and then we'll end the stream.
Oh, it will. Believe me, it will.
Are you just saying that, or is it really gonna hurt? You're just saying that, aren't you? You're just no, you're not. It is gonna hurt, isn't it? Exactly how painful
Ah.
No.
In the first game, you took the modules off GLADOS, right? The other personality modules. In this one, her main personality module gets replaced, and then later some stuff are gonna happen.
We did it! I'm in control of the whole facility now. Whoa!
Wow, that's amazing!
Look at this.
That's amazing, man! Wow, you'd think you'd be the thumbnail with such a amazing moment here, but, you know,
Pull it down.
I have other
There
ideas.
we go. Lift called. Look how small you are down there. I can barely see you. Very tiny and insignificant.
Yeah, let's go to the surface. Game over.
It's really cool to be in charge of everything. But wow, this is cool.
This is a great bit. I love how he juggles
I'm
shit.
bloody genius now.
Estás usando este software de traducción de forma incorrecta. Por favor, consulte el manual.
I don't even know what I just said, but I can find out. Oh, sorry, no, the lift. Yes, sorry, keep forgetting.
I know the translation of that.
I can't get over how
It
small
means
you are.
like, shit's fucked. Consult the manual. Oh no. Well, what about the... Hang on.
Why do we have to leave right now?
What about the testing?
Any idea how good this feels? I did this. Tiny little Wheatley did this.
You didn't do anything. She did all the work.
He helped. He definitely
That's what
helped.
the two of you think, is it?
He freed me from the last part there. He broke the glass.
No.
Wheatley is my friend, and I love him.
To you too, lady. You know what you are? Selfish. I've done nothing but sacrifice to get us here. And what have you sacrificed? Nothing. Zero. All you've done is boss me around. Well, now who's the boss? Who's the boss?
It's you.
Ah! See that? That is a potato battery. It's a toy for children. And
The
now
toy
she lives in it.
I feel like the characterization of a potato battery as being a toy for children is very funny. It's supposed to be, right? That's supposed to be a silly thing that he just said. Most people would not categorize a potato as a toy. Mr. Potato. Mr. Potato, that's different. Originally, Mr. Potato was supposed to be used with actual potatoes. So, like, that would have been a toy if that had happened. But, it turned out that was unsanitary or something. And they went with plastic instead.
Well, how about now? Now who's a
And also, we're getting some more information about Wheatley. That he was a idiotic module meant to
Could a moron do that?
bog down her mind by doing stupid thoughts. He is built to be an idiot, basically. Which makes sense, you know. He's like the idiot core, essentially. In the same way there's like a space core and other cores.
So, how are you holding up?
Anyway, we're gonna fall for a bit. I could save a game right now. But why don't we just, like... If we start... Do we start from the fall? Do we want to start from the fall next time? Or let's just get to the bottom. Let's just get to the bottom.
Oh, good. My slow clap processor made it into the...
We'll get to the bottom.
So we have that.
We don't need a timestamp for this or anything. This is part of the previous timestamp.
Well, we are going somewhere.
The confrontation and
We're not busy.
subsequent fall.
Here's a couple of facts. He's not just a regular moron. He's the product of the greatest minds.
She's given us the information that we need for next time.
Of building the dumbest
I say for next time. I guess next time we'll do Cave Johnson's portion,
entire facility.
and then we'll catch up with Wheatley like
Working.
catch up with Wheatley next time.
Pit isn't actually bottomless. Do you think maybe you could unstrap one of those
2 weeks from now.
boots of yours and shove me into it? Just remember to land on one foot.
Nice little part, hearing from GLADOS, sort of setting up the next stage of the relationship with GLADOS. You know, from being like the main antagonist to something else. What in particular? Well, find out next time if you didn't already know. I recommend playing this on your own. Also, in generally. Oh hey, there's Bird again. The birds have been oddly important. Appeared an odd amount of times. Are they the only living life that we've seen in Aperture Science's situation? I mean, random side thought real fast. It's weird for birds to be this deep underground. I'm pretty sure birds usually don't reside in like abandoned mines and so forth. You know, I know there's such a thing as a canary in a coal mine, but they're not there by default. You have to bring them. You have to import them. You have to, like, bring them into the mine. It is not their natural habitat. Regardless of how well they can breathe the air down there, provided it is not, like, filled with poison chemicals and whatever. In which case, you know, they're in trouble. Birds. A lot of birds here. Birds and potatoes. Those are the two types of lives that we've seen, other than yours truly, Shell. It'd be cool if I could go to a third person to end, but like, that's not how this game works, so let's just end normal style. Okay, I'm becoming big. I'm putting down the controller. It's about nearly 10 o'clock. I'm going about 2.5 hours, I would say. About 2.5 hours, maybe more. Let me pull up the schedule and say, again, what I said earlier, we just hit 500 YouTube subs, so this whole week is going to be an extra packed week, an extra big week. We just did this stream, the first stream of Portal 2. Tomorrow, we're gonna come back at 2 p.m. Central for Metroid Prime Randomizer. First time on that. I mean, I think I've tried it before, like done a little bit off stream, but decided to focus more on 2, you know, when I first tried it. But this will be the first time I give it a good earnest try and go the distance and try to finish it. And I've only beaten Meta Ridley once in my life, so that'll be fun to see how that goes towards the end of that stream. Look for that tomorrow. It might go long. I'll try to configure it in such a way where it takes about 8 hours. I would hope. That's what I'm hoping for. About 8 hours. 6 hours would be nice too. On Wednesday, I will be playing a brand new indie DKC type game that's coming out tomorrow, but I'll play it on Wednesday instead because, you know, I don't need potentially 10 hours to do it. That'll be Windswept. And Thursday, I think we have decided now that we want to do Fortnite. First time Fortnite. And play some Fortnite for the first time. Should I do it with some folks? Should I get some folks in? Do like a collab? It kind of sounds like a whole fucking thing to get some people on mic and stuff, whilst also doing all these other streams, all these other days. But we'll see about that. We'll see if that's like feasible, if that could come together. Finally, regular ass viewer levels on Friday. We'll have a nice, good time on Friday. Look forward to that. That's the main thing that I do every week. And past that, if you're looking for more Portal 2, it'll be next week at the same time. You know, Mondays at 7 p.m. Central. And I'm thinking it'll take 2 more streams to do it. Next week, we'll get through Cave Johnson's whole thing. And the week after, we'll reconnect with Wheatley and find out what's going on back in the modern labs, the modern cool future labs. That'll be fun. That all sounds good. There is also an extra live stream coming. That's on Black Friday. As far as I know, those are the only plans that I currently have. I feel like we randomly talked about some other plans that might come to fruition in the future. Portal 2 co-op, Left 4 Dead 2 co-op. Was there a third thing? Doesn't matter. Maybe those ideas will come together over time. Maybe they won't. We'll see as we get into like November and December. Here's like a calendar version of all what I just said. I'm going to have to go put Fortnite on there for Thursday. But like, yeah, that's the calendar. That's the situation. I'll see you tomorrow for Metroid Prime Randomizer. I'm gonna go generate that seed like right after this and get the tracker set up. And oh geez, randomizers do come with a lot of overhead. I gotta get on that like right away as soon as I finish with the VOD. Oh geez, oh fuck, I should get moving. Thanks y'all for coming by. Thanks for the getting up to 500 on the YouTube side. That is a nice big milestone, and we are going to celebrate that good and proper. Let me send anyone out there on the Twitch side out on a raid. Let's see who's streaming right now. I'll send you to just send you to Giant Bomb. Giant Bomb is doing Simpsons Fortnite. What a coincidence. I see Mike Minotti playing as Marge Simpson right now. That seems like an appropriate thing to raid. Send you over there. Stormtrippin was telling me about it earlier in chat. Excellent. Probably a place Stormtrippin would like to go in particular. That sounds good. I'm looking forward to all that. Plans in motions. Hope y'all will join me for a good amount of that as we go forward and such. It's gonna be a big week. Metroid Prime tomorrow, Windswept on Wednesday, Fortnite on Thursday, Mario Maker 2 on Friday. those are all good ideas. Oh, the shorts. I should do like the playables as a thing sometime. I'll put that in my head as well. I'll put that on a list. I will make a list and have all these ideas on it so I can remember them. Folks, I'll see you tomorrow for Metroid Prime Randomizer. I'm already starting to regret words and deeds here, just insofar as how much I have to set up right fucking now. I don't have a thumbnail for that. I need to make that. For the live stream version of that. I will see y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you the next day. I'll see you a bunch of times. If you're looking for more Portal 2, next Monday. Y'all have a good night. Give your love to the VODs and the shorts as well. And take it easy. Good night.